So this is weird because it doesn't let me use my phone. Oh, it doesn't let me use my iPad. Okay, so I just added you. Okay.
What's
Hey,
happening,
bud.
man? I
So
need
I
to
have
get
that
some
same chart.
sound settings correct real fast. This should be going through my headphones, and it's not. Let's see.
It
I've
wouldn't
never
let me
done
do
this
it on the
before.
iPad. I've done it once
I
before,
want
and the
what I
same.
really want to do is do it for my desktop,
It
but
showed me
there's some
how, but
merit.
like, yeah.
Let's see. Press this little hat icon.
So like, I I did this when I like with a friend like a while ago, and for some reason it does not work on my iPad. I can only do it on my phone, which I thought was odd. Like I didn't even see the option to stream with guests on the iPad.
Yeah, Live Together's only on mobile. Surprise, surprise.
Yeah, but like on the iPad should count as mobile, and it doesn't allow me
Yeah.
to do it.
Okay. Yeah. No. I mean, that's cool that they have that though. That's really simple, like tech wise. I'm
But so like,
curious if
are we both live, or is it just like where I'm live and you're a
I
guest?
don't I don't know. I'm gonna find out. Let's hop on one of my burner accounts and see if I'm live right now. This is an experiment for both of us. Can you hear me better now? I think it's going through my
Yeah,
headphones now, which is
yeah.
cool.
I'm watching this
Um,
on the computer too.
I'll tell you what I do need to do though is I need to go quickly mute the NFL game that's going on because they are absolute savages on copyright
Oh yeah.
strikes.
Oh yeah.
It's not like I'm showing anything, but even just it was a commercial break, so
No,
we're
dude.
good.
Like
But
one of my lives.
see that right
Hi,
there.
Jabed. Yeah, one of my lives I was doing that. I was watching TV. I wasn't even paying attention to the TV or showing the TV, but it heard the dialogue between the characters and like it.
Yeah.
Oh
No, I'm
man,
always super careful about that kind of stuff because like there's nothing worse than putting all this effort in and just getting popped with a
mm-hmm.
legit copyright strike. I'll tell you
Cause
what I do get a lot though is on like sometimes in gaming, it happened to me on Halo and it's happened in the past on Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. There are companies in South America that own the copyrights to the original soundtrack of the games, and
mm,
sometimes they will try to pop you for a copyright strike and steal your
uh,
money. But I just appeal it, and literally on the appeal, I just say that this is horse shit, and they are like, it's
uh,
despicable that y'all even allow these to go through, and they never contest it, and I end up getting my money 30 days later
they're probably just
for
hoping
whatever.
nobody
Like,
fights back.
well, it's one of those things where like most of my videos are like $20 videos. So like, are you really gonna go through the effort of contesting the
Yeah.
challenge or whatever? So yeah,
So I'm about to go. I think Rice was live earlier today, or it was live today. I'm gonna keep tabs on the competition. Let's see what. Okay. Oh, his live finished, but I thought he
yeah.
was live earlier.
Are y'all sharing like the watch hour metrics? We need to like spin up some sort of like
Yeah.
scoreboard on like a
Yeah. So
website or something. It
so
can't be
ten
hard to
toe.
do.
So Ten Toes is basically like the host. Because it was actually my idea. I was just like, hey, this way we can do it, and then Ten Toes, because he's impartial to like both of it, he could be the
Yeah.
host, and that way he could make content, being the host
Let's see.
of the contest, and then like that way he Rice and I could just focus on trying to get the hours.
Oh, good. I got a charger right here. I'm plugging my phone in to make sure I don't die. Pro tip.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Dude, since
Yeah,
the
so
last time we hopped on one of these, I've made a lot of improvements to the cave, and you've moved
yeah.
into a freaking house.
Yep.
So, like, you've gotten infinitely upgraded since then.
Yeah. And then so like my house in Georgia is a rental property now.
Yeah,
Um and
that's
then
dope. Get those dollar bills rolling in.
yeah, and like to be honest, like I gave it to a property management company because one, I don't want to be an asshole about rent. Like I'm just like, like just do whatever is reasonable. It's bumfuck nowhere. So
Yeah.
like something that people can afford to pay, but I was like, I made it just high enough to where it wouldn't be somebody that would trash the house because I didn't want to charge high rent, but somebody I know who has rental properties told me keep your monthly rent above $1,200 because otherwise that
Yeah,
house is
you
going to
get
get trashed.
riffraff. Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Yeah,
but
you
he
don't
said
want to get that.
anyone who pays more than $1,200 is not going to destroy the place.
Yeah. Well, they might, but it's less likely.
Yeah, and so he told me, well, the guy who told me that was actually trying to buy my house because like when my dad died and we were selling the store, he actually owns the Dairy Queen back in Hawkinsville, and he has like several rental properties. He's a really good guy, but when I saw he was like foaming at the mouth wanting to buy my house, I was just like, I'm gonna keep it. If he thinks it's a good idea, I'm turning
Mhm.
it into a rental property. So
You said
like
your
I
dad wanted to buy it?
no, not my dad. After my dad passed away, and we were like trying to like move out of that town. I was at
Okay.
Dairy Queen. The guy that owns the local Dairy Queen,
Oh, okay.
he owns several
Got it.
rental properties in the town, and I was just like, I saw the dollar signs in his eyes, and I was like, wait, why don't I
Oh,
just
dude.
keep those for myself?
We got some red right now. Let's see who that was. So
I
it's
like
NFL
it.
preseason right now, and I'm doing full blown tests of
Mhm.
football. That was the Arizona Cardinals getting a turnover.
I know. Oh, cool.
Dude, that's sick
So,
that you held on to the house, though. I like that a lot.
yeah, well, because like I knew it's gonna become harder and harder to find property that's not in an HOA. So even though it's bumfuck nowhere and it's paid off and all that stuff, right?
Dude,
So I was
how
just
much
like,
how much do you pay a year for your HOA?
my HOA is actually like the cheapest in the area. I only pay like less than $200 a year for it. It's like $12 a month or
Oh my
something.
gosh.
And that's
I'm
why,
so jealous.
no. But like I've started to realize that I should have moved into a more expensive HOA that actually just helps people out and not does the you know like when you see something like when you bought like a grilled cheese from a vending machine because it was so cheap, and then you ate it and you were just like, oh, so that's why it was only 75 cents.
Yeah, I
Okay.
mean, I'm paying 1,200 a month, but I mean not 1,200 a month, 1,200 a year. Sorry, I'm not that
Yeah.
rich.
But like the the
But
oth- the other houses,
I'm
the other places are
yeah,
like that, and they have nicer amenities than we do.
yeah. Like I've got two pools. We got a bunch of lakes, all sorts of landscaping. I just get really pissed when they send me letters for leaving my trash can in front of the garage because
Mhm.
my house is on like a big slope, and I
Yeah.
don't like leaving it on the side of the house. It's just it
So
annoys me.
I put mine in the garage because right now, even though it's a two-car garage, me
Yeah,
and my mom both most of the time just park in the driveway because if I'm not at the store, she's
yeah,
at the store. Um,
yeah. So your
and
mom
then
works the store with you?
yeah, but she's semi-retired, so like she it's me, my mom, and my cousin.
Okay, so you didn't hire anybody to
Not yet because
okay.
I want to know like this business frontwards and backwards before I like
Yeah,
have anybody under me. My cousin has a lot more
heard that.
experience. My cousin has a lot more experience than I do. So like, um, I'm learning what I can from him. But he's only ever
Yeah.
like since he's come to the country, he's only ever worked in like stores and stuff. So I'm
Hmm.
using I'm bringing like the Georgia Southern like marketing and logistics
Yeah.
background to the table because a lot of the initiatives we had were either my initiatives or his initiatives. Like social media, that's me like running the
Hmm.
stores account, doing all these like different things with the decor or trying new products. Because he was even though he's my age and he's good at what he does, he was working under like our older relative. He was working under my dad before he passed
Hmm.
away. He was working under my other cousin before we opened this one. So like, and they're all more old fashioned. So he was
Yeah.
like, anytime he had like a creative idea, they would just tell him, no, just do what we tell you. Me,
Hmm.
whenever he has an idea, I'm just like, damn, I'm mad I didn't think of it first. But I usually let him like, I usually well, I don't just let him do it. I kind of like get in on it with him and be like, all right, let's see.
Yeah.
Potato Crash Bandicoot. They make a potato one. I thought it was a video game.
I've never heard of that one.
Yeah, is it like a potato flavored Crash Bandicoot? Like, I don't know.
Yeah, no, it's a game. I used to play
Yeah,
it on the
I
OG
had
PlayStation.
I think I had it on Game Boy.
Oh, what's up, Ten
But
Toes?
there's the referee. Um, when you go on the mobile app, not on iPad though. I'm back. I'm on my phone this time. When you go on the mobile app and you're about to go live, you can do a thing where like you add people. I think it only gave me the option to add one person at a time though. On TikTok, I could add like multiple people. Um, so I have that same shirt.
Yeah, I'm kind of annoyed that it only lets me do it on my phone though, because I've got this like A
Yeah,
plus battle station right here, and I just look ratchet doing it like this. Like I put a lot
well,
of effort
I had to end
in
it on my
the cave.
iPad. I had to end it on my iPad just to do this because, like, for some,
Yeah.
I don't know why iPad doesn't count as mobile.
I
Like, my
I
iPad
tell
even
you
has
what though,
4G.
one of the pros of doing it on phone though, we need to entertain the people. We can do a cave
Mhm.
tour real quick, even though it's not
Yeah.
perfect.
Okay.
So I can get up and do that at some point. But while we're talking about the liquor stores, though, I want to ask you first.
Okay.
Um, should I buy the liquor store in the entrance to my neighborhood, even though I don't know a freaking thing about the business?
So there's a reason I never opened one in Georgia.
Mm-hmm.
There's a reason my family never opened one. We lived in Georgia most of my life, right?
Mm-hmm.
My dad had convenience stores in Georgia. He had a liquor store in Tennessee. He had this one. He had the other one in Fort Myers and then we opened the second one here in Sarasota. You're gonna do the same amount of work as us. You're gonna work just as hard as us, but your monthly income is gonna be dog shit compared to what it is in Florida or Tennessee.
Yeah,
So
that's what I was thinking
yeah,
too. I'm just like,
if you want to
eh,
send me information about it, if you want to set like
as far as I know, it's not for sale right now, but it's just sitting there and it gets sold pretty frequently, and it's literally like a mile from my
that's
house.
that's
Like,
another reason. That's not if it's getting sold pretty frequently,
yeah,
and not one of those people was smart enough to make it like a long term like success. Because you gotta remember, a lot of people who buy it, like that's usually not their first one, right? Unless, or some of
yeah,
them are first timers, but like, there's a reason. It's like it's like if you see a gas station for sale for several years, there's a reason why no one's bought it. Um,
yeah.
and it could be like something weird with the underground tank. It could be just the
Mhm.
location. Like, there's a you could even send me
No,
like,
they do a ton of business. I'll tell you that because I'm in a neighborhood that's probably about 1,000 houses, upper middle class, Atlanta
Mhm,
suburb, and these dudes in this neighborhood, everybody owns golf carts. They will
mhm,
DUI to the liquor store. on the golf cart and just make it rain.
Like
There's
so
there's
basically
fireball party buckets in every house in this hood. So I know that the sales numbers are there. I think they are, at least. Every time I go in there, there's a line. There's multiple people in there. It's just too convenient. Like I'm looking at buying
why are you
something.
saying
I
that?
just
But why are you saying that it gets sold all the time? Like you're saying that the ownership
because
changes frequently?
I've just seen them change ownership twice since I moved here. I've lived in this neighborhood for 8 years now.
So that's that's my
Lawnmowers to the liquor store, love it.
dude. No, remember the gas station that we used to own in like South Georgia? People used to drive their lawnmowers to the gas station and like golf carts and like stuff. Like
I think the
the thing
Cardinals
is,
just won their preseason game.
everyone always
Yeah.
tells me, everyone always tells me like, oh man, you live in Florida. That's what, dude. To me, it's no different than Georgia. But the thing is, in Florida, we have what's called the sunshine laws. And so, like,
Mm-hmm.
more stuff gets publicized than it does in other states, so we just look crazier. But like a lot of the
Yeah.
shit that I saw there is the same shit I saw back in Georgia. Because remember, where I grew up in Georgia was 2 hours north of the state line,
Mm-hmm.
so it was not like crazy different. I will say, if you want to send me like the Google page of that store, I can look at it for you, and I can like try to break down like what I think is good about it, what I think is bad. Um,
Yeah. I'll
I'm just
text it to you.
I'm just spitballing here, and like I just know like I'm not saying Georgia's a bad state to have one. I'm saying like even though they're pulling down money, they're not doing as well as the stores in Florida, but they're doing the same amount of work. Which may I know that doesn't make sense, but it like it
No,
kind of
it
does.
does. It does. Let's see. There. I just
And then
texted it to you, but we'll talk about that later.
okay. One last thing about that, like this wasn't really a thing when I was living in Georgia, like back in Statesboro when we used to go to County Line,
Mhm.
or like when I lived in Atlanta.
I love that place.
County, I have a County Line shot glass somewhere.
Dude, I stopped there on the way into town like 2 years ago just for old time's sake, like getting off an exit early.
And
And it is
Statesboro's not a
like,
dry county anymore, right?
no, it's not. And this place is beyond ratchet. I don't think they're going to survive
Because
because their whole
the like
business will. Yeah.
yeah, because I used to live in Hawkinsville. We had one that was like on the Cochrane city limit because Blakely County was
Mhm.
dry, and it was just in the middle of the woods. Um, Nobody from Hawkinsville went there. But anyway, so this one, at my store here, and then a lot of stores in Florida, we do tastings quite often where either they give me a
Mhm.
sample bottle to offer you like a shot, like at the counter, like not like a full shot, but like a sample shot. And then, or sometimes they send like a rep to do like a little set up a table and like do whatever. I never saw that much in Georgia when I was living there, right? Like I never saw too many like
They they do it at
samples.
Jack's. My liquor
Jack's.
store, Uncle Jack's. It's entrance in my neighborhood.
And is it like their own staff doing it, or is it like some third party people from like the brands
Yeah,
coming?
actually, you remember the company that made the Hale Southern vodka,
Yeah.
Burnt Church? They were there one time, and I'm like, oh yeah, y'all are the Hale Southern people.
Shit. I
So
might try to get.
I don't know. I don't know how they set it up.
I see. Because so like in our case, like they'll either like give us a sample bottle and be like, hey, just like
Mhm.
offer, because just they'll give me some like empty cups and be like, hey, just like let people try this so they can make their decision.
Yeah,
Or like we set up a table and like it's like a whole ordeal. I try to do a minimum of 5 tastings a month because
yeah.
people are creatures of habit. And if you how many times how many times did you not get something unless you tried the free sample because you didn't want to waste your money think if it was
I don't
bad,
even
right?
do. I like when you say creature of habit, I'm even more extreme. Like, even if there's free shit, I don't
Mhm.
even care about trying it at this point. I'm so stuck in my ways with like Jack Daniels and Tito's. And then I drink a bunch of Miller Lite, Sweetwater 420, the Georgia Southern Bud Lights, and
Mhm.
yeah, that's about it. Like, between all those things, like, oh yeah, and then the Fireball party buckets, because
Yeah.
we pass those around
Oh,
like
I
all the
have a.
time.
We just got Fireball fanny packs at my store, so they look like a
Mhm.
hairy belly. Like they look like a hairy
Nice.
belly, and it's like a refillable pouch with a nozzle, and
Hmm.
it holds like 30 shots. One cool thing about this line of work though is sometimes the reps they send me like these sample kits and like ask me what my favorite thing is, and then like I'm supposed to like fill it out, and then like that's what like my order would
Yeah.
be. I got this like a year ago, and I never got back to them. Um, this sign was actually from like our old store in Hawkinsville.
Oh,
It's the Bud
nice. I
Light,
like that. That's
but
literally
I
got
got
my name on it.
so like I wanted some stuff to like I was like we've owned that since I was like 7, and I want to keep
Mhm.
that because one that's the OG Falcons logo. I still haven't put it up
Yeah.
anywhere yet.
No, it looks great.
And then I also took like we had the Coca Cola like an old Coca
Yeah.
Cola thing because we used to sell
Glass
glass
bottle
Coke there.
opener.
My house is brand new, so I don't want to like fuck up the walls or anything. So I just drilled it into the bookcase.
Yeah, you don't
And
have any
then
kids. Your walls are probably still pristine. Mine are just an
yeah,
absolute disaster.
so I used to have this. I've had this Tech Deck display case since I was a kid,
Hmm.
and it came with like little wall mount holes. But my parents would never let me mount this to the wall because why would they let a kid mount toy skateboards to the wall? But I was like, you know what? I like the way it looks here. Feels
I think
really
that's
good.
cool. I never got into those, but all my buddies were playing with those in like high
Yeah.
school.
And what's funny
Like
is
doing
the ones in here are from when we were in school.
yeah.
They're a lot smaller than the ones you buy today. I bought one. I kept buying some like just because I needed like one more to like fill up the case, but they were all too big to
Mhm.
fit in the old in the old one. So it's like kids are getting fatter fingers now.
Yeah.
Uh, but yeah, like
Dude, is that
um,
are those built-in lights up top or are those bulbs?
they were built in, but I changed them to like they
Yeah.
used to be like that dark the same color as yours, but then we changed it to like
Uh-huh.
the bright one. My mom
Okay.
wanted these. I didn't really care, but I was like, okay,
Yeah.
whatever. Um,
That's a new
yeah,
trend in houses. And from a home stadium standpoint, it's a little bit of a conundrum because you need the special like different lights to really run my thing.
yeah.
So like when they built my basement, they were trying to put those in too, and I'm like, nah, dude, I want the cans so I can put these bulbs in there. And I've got like I don't know how many, probably about 60 LifeX light bulbs all throughout my house at this point
Hmm.
to basically turn my house into a freaking billboard for the biz.
So this is how I have my light strips. Instead of putting it on the
Yeah,
wall, I have it sort of all like behind here, and then this needs to be a little further there, so that way it like glows upwards.
yeah.
And then
I've got one of those strips too. Is it even on right now? No, it's not. I need to press the test button to make it fire off real quick. I guess yeah, I've got Govee set to turn itself off.
oh,
Fake Georgia Southern thing. I just put it up here because I didn't know where else to put it, and I needed to be able to test Govee strips to program
mhm.
them. And then there's also the LifeX strips. I have that outside right there.
I might I might
I
have
have
a
to just.
Jack Daniels LED that I'm trying to sell
Mhm,
because we have so many. It's like a big Jack Daniels LED, but it's like Tampa Bay Lightning blue.
mhm.
So if that, I'll send you a picture of it if that's not because like I'm
Yeah,
basically
maybe.
selling the ones that I'm not using.
I'm starting to run out of space in here, but yeah, I'll take a look, see if I can find some room for it.
Okay.
Y'all want to do a cave tour right now?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, let's
I
just
wish
knock
I
it
could.
out. Let's entertain the people.
Yeah, I wish I could make your like screen bigger, like for temporarily, like you can on TikTok. Like on
No, it's
TikTok,
fine.
if I on TikTok, like even if I'm the host, if you were trying to show me something, I could like make it where your screen was bigger than everyone else's. Um,
Yeah. So I
and
got
then like,
this is the entrance right here. I'm not going to open it up because I got 3 sleeping kids and a sleeping wife upstairs. But I walk in like right here, and
mhm.
this is what it looks like when I look to the right. And the cave is basically just a giant room. Back here,
uh
we just go here real quick. It's just storage in my fridge. It's got a bunch of beer in it, and then like
is that the garage?
no, that's a storage room downstairs. So this is a finished basement, but I left that part unfinished. And right ahead of me, when I walk in, is the kid playroom. But we still don't really know like what to do with this room yet. So it still just kind of goes through like cycles of us
Yeah,
just having no
dude,
like.
that's
There's a
one thing.
basketball goal. You can tell how often we use this toy for the kids though, with all these Pokemon in there. They're just up there, just out of the way right now.
That
So
that's one thing I miss
eventually,
about like one thing I hate about Florida is we can't have basements. Like, we're just below sea level.
yeah.
That's what like I want a basement. I
So
just
I'm
like
walking
need
into
a
the main cave, and we got the screen wall right here. I
okay.
was gonna play PlayStation, or I was gonna play some video game tonight. So I put the preseason. I need to not show the preseason game. Um, I've got NFL preseason on 2 of those monitors right
So
there
that's
because I'm working on home.
but so that's the home
But
stadium though, right? Like I was just explaining the
well,
10 toes.
hold on. Okay, so I'm showing one of the 3 monitors that doesn't have preseason on it. There's a lot of screens there. When you go to the left, this is also directly across from when I first walked in. This is where the magic happens on all the gaming stuff right here.
Hmm.
So we've got PS5 Pro, we've got Xbox Series X. I think I'm up to 6 or 7 Nintendo Switches at this point. I've got a problem. I admit it. I got a
Hmm.
problem. And then right here is what I call the Gatabug PC, and its main purpose is to just power that screen wall and do
Hmm.
HDMI capture for the games. Um, it does a lot more than just that these days, particularly once like development of home stadium kicked up. I realized I could pipe TV broadcasts through that just like I do the video games, and run Python code processing the broadcast to help detect the touchdowns. That's one way I can do it. And then right
Hmm.
here, this is a recent project. This is a Raspberry Pi. I don't know if you've ever heard of one of these, but they're basically
No.
tiny Linux computers. And this thing, I have the Nintendo Switch 2 thinking that it's a Pro controller, and I'm doing that same thing with Home Stadium, piping HDMI through the computer, analyzing the Switch HDMI, and I've gotten Pokemon to the point where it can play itself off my Python code. So that's going to be an upcoming reel and video once I really kind of iron that one out. And people ask, like, what is the point of that? And I'm like, I don't know. I just want to see if I can do it. So now here we walk into the restroom. And this is why my Instagram got so big, because I mounted this giant TV in here. So it mirrors whatever is on the main TV out there, like immediately. So I don't have like this is the computer screen, like just my background. I'll click and drag like a TV broadcast up there to go up on the big screen right there, and it just mirrors it in there. So
Yeah,
that's the
I don't think
front.
I like
Okay.
I wouldn't even leave your house like if I was you. Like I would just like
Yeah. So yeah, that bathroom's back there. So we walked in from over here, bathroom to the right, little Georgia
Mhm.
Southern thing right there. My wife got that for me. Got a little Pokemon wall in between there too. This is some
I
cool
got my
stuff right
Georgia
here.
Southern thing right here.
Yeah. Here's my Braves wall. We're friends with Matt Olson, so we got a custom Gata Braves jersey from
Nice.
he's leading the majors in home runs right now. He's having a great year.
Next time you're in
So that's
Florida, next time the spring training is over nearby me.
I
So
know.
if you ever want to,
I've been wanting to go there like my whole life. I'm so
when
down
you
with
when
that.
you do that, when you do make it down here, let me know. I'll go with you.
Yeah, we got the Gata
I'm like,
chains here. That's how you could see where I am on Georgia Southern home games, like exactly where I am in the stadium. Just look for the two of those. Me and one of my sons wearing it, and
oh yeah, you got the turnover chains.
yeah. And then here's the
My
news.
other
All
my
right.
other alma mater came up with that.
Okay, so screen wall right here, and then in the back part, like this is the fun part where like me and my friends hang, and then the back
Mhm.
part, this is where this is all business back here. So here's my desk. It's like a massive U-shaped desk, and
Oh,
this is the new PC that I built in January, and I saw RAM prices going up and everything going crazy, and I'm like, I need to just go ahead and do this now. So I built an absolute monster. This thing has an RTX
mhm.
5090. It's got 128 gigs of RAM. It's got top of the line processor in there. Like this thing is a weapons grade computer. And then next to
It
it,
looks like
I
one.
kept I kept my original PS5 for the kids so that they could play while I play. You know, because
10 Toes is asking
why?
what the specs are.
Oh, what's the spec? All right, so I can pull up the exact build list when I sit back down. Um, it's pretty intense though. So one thing I'll say I need to do. This is the other side of that PC. I need to get better monitors. These are just 1080p, like $100 monitors running on an RTX 5090, which, if you know anything about computers, you know how stupid and pointless it is. The reason I got the graphics card is not for the actual graphics, it's for AI training models because I'm a career software engineer and a few other things. So I've been doing it for the other stuff, not necessarily gaming, but I will play GTA 6 on it when that eventually
Mhm.
comes out. So I've got right here is the Georgia Southern LED signs from my partners at Skylots. They're my one and only channel sponsor, and
Mhm.
there's never a better time than right now while your team is still undefeated to go to www.skylots.com and hit them up and get your favorite college team sign right there. Um, yeah,
I might need one for this one.
I wanted to get Corsair Vengeance, but they were like just straight up out of stock. So I got let me zoom in on that. G Skill, I think it's called. Yeah, something like that. It's 264 sticks. I got it for 1,600 the sticks, and then I looked them up like a couple weeks ago. They're up to like 2,500 now. Like, what is going on? I don't even know. And then back on my
Oh,
shelves is just a bunch of like cool things I've gotten over the years. Some of my I'm not going to show everything, but some of my favorite things are I've got a ball from Paul Johnson, who won 2 national championships at Georgia Southern. He's a close friend
nice.
of ours. I got a Falcons mini helmet from Youngwei Koo, the only Georgia Southern player to ever make my home team Atlanta Falcons.
Oh,
So I like that
he
one
and
a
I had a
lot.
class together. He and I had
Oh
a
yeah,
class together. Yeah, back when I was a senior or junior, I think. And I forgot that he was a football player because he might have said that like the
yeah.
first day of like class. But I remember we were at the
Mm-hmm.
Tanger outlets in Pooler. Me and my roommate were, and
Mm-hmm.
he and his friends were there, and he was like, "Yo, what's up?" And I was like, "Oh, hey." And then my friend turned out to my roommate was just like, "How the do you know Young Hoku?" And I'm just like, he's in my class, and he's just like,
Yeah.
he just signed with the Falcons, right? I was like, what? No, no, Chargers. He signed with the Chargers.
Yeah, Chargers. Yeah, and they
And
cut him pretty
I'm
quick.
a Chargers fan. I'm a Chargers fan, and I was just like, oh, but the Chargers did him dirty, and so they don't deserve
Yeah,
him.
no,
But
they did. Yeah, they
but
cut
the
him
char
for
the
and like
Chargers
a
always do the Chargers do all their talent dirty.
and it took them 5 years to find a legit kicker after that. So they got what they asked for.
Yeah,
Yeah, let's see what else I got up here. Not everything. Okay. I like this thing right here. This is made by a former Georgia Southern coach, Coach Thurm on Twitter.
Hmm.
You probably know who I'm talking about. His name's Jere Thurman. He works at North Texas now. I think he's their assistant GM or GM, which is
Hmm.
basically putting the roster together. But he made that by hand for me based on one of the graphics I made. So I think that's pretty cool. And then
Hmm.
back here over my desk, you can't ever notice this on camera, but everyone at my wedding from Georgia Southern signed it. So I had a bunch. I had like 25 fraternity brothers there,
I
and
see.
I
Yeah,
had
we
it
had
just hang up. Yes, so I love that.
at my
And
friend's wedding in Texas. Like, he was one of my fraternity brothers, but he got married in
mhm.
Dallas. I went there in
And
I
then
went.
what's behind
He,
the door? Ooh,
we had a Gala wedding cake, and like what's funny is
this
his
is a
wife went to
wreck in here.
Arkansas. Yeah, his wife
That's
went
my
to
tech
Arkansas,
closet.
and everyone was saying, "What does Gala mean?" Like, and all like the people on the groom side were like, "Get after that ass," and then they're like, "Why would you put that on a cake?"
Get
And like,
after that applesauce.
and then I was just like, "Why would you not?"
The sauce. There
Um,
we go. Plug back in. Phone won't die. Yeah, that's the cave in a nutshell. I've been meaning to like make like
I
a
still need to get
formalized
frames
like.
for my. I need to get a frame for my Georgia Southern.
Oh yeah,
The
I got
donuts.
my two right there, and
I
then
just have my
there's
Miami. My Miami one came with the frame came with the cap and the gown, like in a one bundle.
oh one last cool thing
Hmm.
below the diplomas. This is my fraternity house I lived in for 4 years in Statesboro. My
Hmm.
grandfather, who was an SA at Tennessee, sat in the street when he was like late 80s and drew it by hand. He's that guy up there. So that
I
was pretty
see.
cool. That was when I was a freshman, while I was a pledge, and he was drinking a bunch of scotch at Dingus McGee's, and I was still like 18 or 19 at the time, and I didn't have a
Dingus
fake
is
ID.
great.
I never bought one at Georgia Southern, but ever since that moment, they're like, "Oh, he's cool, he's good," and I was
Yeah.
like, "Oh, okay." So,
So I have my Georgia Southern mini helmet, and then I have my Miami one. Like,
ooh, I like that one.
so I don't like. I don't like our regular helmets. Like, I like the ones that have like our athletic logo on them, but I couldn't find
Mhm.
one. I'm just that and then the Miami one. I didn't want the white Miami one. I thought this black one looked nicer. So
Let's see. All right, I'm back at the computer now. Ten Toes had a couple questions, so I'm looking up the exact
yeah.
specs on this thing.
So I'm not going
Uh,
to TwitchCon this year, but Ten Toes is probably. Just because it's going to be in November
okay.
this year. So
Yeah, I'm gonna be at like Georgia Southern and all sorts of stuff, and I don't. I'm not really a con guy. Like, I just like don't care.
we
Like, if
I
you
don't
like my stuff, watch it. I mean, I got a wife and 3 kids. I can't be like jetting off to San Diego for my like D-list internet channels. Like,
I I go
it's
to
just not a good time for me.
to be honest, I don't care
Okay.
about the famous people when I go there.
Yeah.
I go to hang out with like Ten Toes or like
Yeah.
uh other people that
Yeah.
are constantly
You
there.
got some homies for sure. All right.
Um,
So the megahertz on the RAM, it says up to 7,300, but that's a lie. I have it running at I want to say 5,800 because when you get up to 128. Oh wait, no, I was reading the hard drive, not the RAM. My bad. Let's look at the hard drive. I
I'm
mean the
changing
RAM.
the name
The
of the
RAM.
ti-
I'm
I'm
so
changing the name
dyslexic.
of the title. Can I tag you in the
Yeah.
title? I'm changing the name to
Yeah.
Gadabud's House Cave
Yeah,
Tour.
sure. Yeah,
Do I
we
do
can do
the
that.
Eagle Nation one or the regular one?
I don't care. Just any of them. The regular guy. I haven't done an Eagle Nation upload in a while. And the reason being is like people wanted to be on the show, but like when it came time to actually do it, it was like pulling teeth to synchronize schedules where like I had a quiet house for like an hour plus that was good for other people. And I put that one on the back burner, dude. It's like it was more trouble than it was worth for me. And
I'm one of his few
I'm not
episodes.
I'm not opposed to doing it again. I don't like if you come to me and you want to do an Eagle Nation episode, like I'm down, but I am not like I'm not harassing people. I'm not like reaching out like
The problem is like we already did one for me, so like we can't really like do a part 2 for me.
Sure we can. Things change. Okay, so the RAM is 6,000, but I'm running it at I'd have to like shut down the holy shit. It's up to $3,400 on Amazon. I thought I was crazy paying $1,600.
Even with Prime?
Oh my god. Yeah. The RAM costs are insane right now.
Yeah, I'm not buying PC anytime soon.
So the processors AMD Ryzen 9 9950X3D 16 core processor. That's a reasonable $569. Nice.
Back pixels.
The where's the oh my god, the 5090 I bought is also, it's not as astronomically higher as the RAM was, but I think I paid $4,000 for it, and it's up to $5,000. This is the Asus ROG Astral LC GeForce RTX 5090 32 gigabyte GDDR7 OC edition, and it's got built-in liquid cooling. I think it's pretty nice, I guess. I don't know. But this total PC build now, I think I spent $9,500 in January. This is probably like 13, 14 now. But I mean, this is my livelihood, man. Like this is my business. I'm coding my app Home Stadium on it right now, or at least I was before I hopped on this live. This is a little more fun. I've been working so hard for so long on that app. It's nice to just take a damn break.
Yeah.
This app's been it goes back to even COVID. The way it started was I like going to live sports. Clearly, I mean, I'm a Georgia Southern season ticket holder, and I'm sitting watching the Braves, and they just have fan cutouts in empty stadiums. And I'm like, man, what I would give to see the red lights, hear the tomahawk chop. And then the light bulb literally went off in my head. I was like, I can do this. Might take me a while. It's a pretty complicated problem. So I had it basically hard coded in my house for just me, and then everybody wanted it. I was like, well, how do I get this to other people? And that is a way more complicated problem to solve than just jerry rigging my house. So that's where we're at now, doing the unrestricted public launch. Really like any day now, once I start doing the ad blitz.
When's the last Georgia Southern game you went to?
Well, I go to every home game. The last game I went to was their bowl game when I was a quote unquote independent journalist. Remember that?
Oh yeah.
I was in the press conference asking coach questions.
Dude, I kind of pulled that card when I went to the Comic-Con, and I got to interview Bill from Red Dead Redemption. All you have to do is walk around with an iPad. All you have to do is walk around with an iPad. They think you're important.
Yeah. So what I had to do was I had to apply in advance, and I never have tried to do it at Georgia Southern because I'm a donor and I have these really nice season tickets. And honestly, like my favorite thing in the world is to just take my kids to the games, and my wife, my family, my friends, everybody. Like it is just something I love to do, which by the way, you're more than welcome to meet me at Paulson anytime. Like you got the home schedule. Chances are I have a spare ticket on any given game because I have 5 season tickets there. So like
I think well, I
if
would have to fly to Savannah probably.
yeah, like if I tried to do the journalism thing at Georgia Southern, it would really mess up like the fun that I have there. And I learned at the bowl game, like if you're a credentialed journalist, it's not all fun and games. I got to an empty stadium there, and it was like they said you had to report there by like 9 in the morning because I think we had like a noon or 1 o'clock kickoff, something like that. So I'm there at 9 a.m. in Birmingham, totally empty stadium. No one's in there. Like literally no one's there. And a stadium vendor is loading the beer fridge. And I'm like, yo, can I get one of those Millers? He's like, yeah, sure. I don't care. And handed me a Miller Lite. What does a sophisticated gentleman do at 9 in the morning in an empty stadium? Drink a Miller Lite on the team bench, of course. Just sit on the bench, soak it in, look around the stadium. And turns out that is highly frowned upon. Like, and thinking back
Georgia
on
Southern?
it, yeah, this wasn't Georgia Southern, though. This was the bowl game. Okay.
Oh.
This is different. We're on national TV. The lights are the brightest, metaphorically. And turns out it was a little bit of a lapse in judgment on my part. And I almost got my press pass ripped up on the spot there. I was lucky it didn't happen. So live and learn there. My bad. And, but yeah, no, I was able to rebound from that, and I did like sideline videos of all the plays. Like I just had my phone running the entire time using a gimbal, and I got to go in the press conference, and I asked Coach like shareholder style questions. Like they were not like the rest of the press was typically asking like about the actual game. I wanted to know big picture. So like the pregame conference I went into, I basically asked him, why did it take so long to fire our clearly doomed defensive coordinator? He gave a really good reason why. That's why they pay him way more than they pay. Like they don't pay us anything. Like, what do we know? Like we're sitting on the couch and like you could second guess a coach's decision from the couch, but it's, like you realize how little you know when you actually talk to these people. Like they know a lot more than any one of us give them credit for. And so he gave a great answer to that. And then the post-game conference, I asked him, what is it going to take for us to get over the hump and win a championship next year after having so much fun getting over the bowl game hump? Because he going into that was either 0-2 or 0-3 in bowl games. Now he's 1-3. So got that boogeyman off his shoulder, but we still got to win the Sun Belt. Like we haven't done better than I think second or third in Sun Belt East under Helton. So
Every
we
time
need to get over the hump there.
I can't watch the game. Sometimes I can't watch the games because like Georgia Southern somehow will manage to piss me off. So I have to look at the scoring on Google. Like I can't watch it live sometimes.
Well, I literally it like when my team does bad, it literally makes me sick, which is why there's that TV in the bathroom. I have a problem. I will get like ill and I still can't look away. Like I don't. I'm like an abuse victim who secretly likes the abuse deep down. I don't know how else to explain it. So I mean, that's kind of messed up to say, but I mean,
I was like, that's not the analogy I would have used. But.
I don't know, man. Like, I got problems, dude. So, I mean, but yeah. Anyways, the third question I asked, and this was like way out of left field, and it's based off my observations with the players and everything else. Because I talk to a lot of the players regularly. I see what's happening, and I like can't stand the like NIL agent scene these days where like if you wanted to be an NFL agent, I've looked it up because I've thought about doing it in the past. You have to have a master's degree from a certified university. So Gadabutt MBA, check, got that. You have to go through a rigorous, you are too. You can be an NFL agent.
I don't want to.
Yeah, you have to go through a rigorous training and certification process that you have to pay a couple $1,000s to go through.
Mhm.
And then
And
you have to pay an annual NFLPA registration fee. And then once you get past that, you have to actually know a NFL player that can sign and wants you to actually represent them. So there's a lot of hurdles to go over. But for NIL, any dude off the street could be like, yo, I'm an NIL agent. I represent so and so. Like, let's get me
so
paid. And they,
there's one more step that you forgot to mention before you can become
mhm,
an NFL agent. After you do
mhm.
everything you said, you have to survive 30 minutes in an elevator with Ray Rice.
Mm. Now you're coming
That's
out.
that's the
Now
hard
you're
part.
coming in with the messed up jokes, making me feel better. Yeah, I probably wouldn't.
Me neither.
That was pretty bad too.
I couldn't let you do it by yourself.
Yeah, yeah. So, but anyways, like any of these dudes can be NIL agents, and they're younger. They are all they see is dollar signs in their eyes, and the transfer portal has enabled basically rampant bag chasing with no contracts, nothing. Like a university can make a commitment to the player, but the player is not really held to that same standard and can
Mhm.
leave for whatever reason whenever they want. And all they care about is the money. And there's one really good example of a Georgia Southern player that I'm not gonna name, but you can probably guess who I'm talking about. He was one of the best players on the team, and he took a payday to leave. I thought he was good to go for the NFL draft coming out of Georgia Southern that year. Honestly, I was surprised to learn that he had another year of eligibility, but
I thought
he
he red.
signed
Didn't he redshirt?
this guy in particular signed with a Power Four team for something like 500 grand for one season. Somebody, in my opinion, that was a promising NFL prospect and mostly sat on the bench at this Power Five school and didn't even come close to an NFL roster.
That's what
Meanwhile,
they did. That's what they did to
on
The Rock.
yeah, and meanwhile, on the other side of the coin, you have Camden Brown, who I will name, riding the bench at Auburn for 4 years, I think. Um,
Hmm.
Making a couple plays, but not really being the guy. And he probably took less money to come to Georgia Southern to be an every down guy. And what
Hmm.
did he do at Georgia Southern? He set the single season receiving yardage and touchdown mark all time at Georgia Southern in his one season in Statesboro. He probably, you'd have to fact check me, but he probably got more yards and more touchdowns than every year at Auburn combined. And right now, he is lighting up Dallas Cowboys training camp and has a real shot at, if not making the Cowboys, getting plucked by somebody else with the film he's already
Dude,
putting up in practice. I'm going to be locked into the Cowboys preseason game. I think
if
it's
he
Saturday night.
if he
I think
signs
it's
with the
Saturday night on
Cowboys,
NFL Network. I am about to be. How about them Cowboys? I never thought I'd be saying that, but
I would never say that.
I'm all about watching Camden Brown go be great.
So,
So he's got a big
but
fan of me and a lot of other Georgia Southern people. So
if he signs with the Cowboys, then he'll get to move to Dallas and he'll get to meet Asian rice cakes.
he's in Oxnard right now in California at their training camp, but I think he already moved to Dallas a while ago. He signed the day of the third round, the final day of the NFL draft. What happens when you go undrafted? Every team signs about 20 undrafted rookies for the
Hmm.
rookie minimum, and I'd say any given year on any given team, about 2 to 3 of them end up making the 53-man roster. A lot of them go on to practice squads. If you're an undrafted rookie, just because you don't make a 53-man roster your first attempt, if you're on practice squad and work hard, you still got a chance that way too. There's a couple of Georgia Southern players that went that route as well. So it's I think he's going to make it, and we haven't had a draftable fantasy football player out of Georgia Southern since Tyler Bass at kicker in Buffalo. So I'm pretty excited. We still got Bass right now, but this is a big deal, man. So anyways, going back to how we got on this topic, I straight up asked Coach point blank as my second question. I was like, what do you think about these NIL agents? Do you think they have the best interest of our players at heart? Do you think they are positive impacts on their lives? Do you think that they contribute to roster turnover and bad decisions? Like, it was a pretty loaded question, and he gave me a good answer. All of these are sitting on my Instagram. You scroll down to like December. I don't post a lot, so it doesn't take long to scroll down to it. So
I post way too much.
That was the coolest thing I've done so far since doing all this internet stuff by far. I don't think there's a lot of people that get to do something like that. I'm really grateful. And what it ended up leading to was getting connected with these football coaches in South Georgia and making matchupusa.com.
I'm doing it wrong then, because like, dude, the coolest person I met was the guy who played ET.
That's pretty cool though.
Yeah, he was born without legs, so he's
You're not a diehard football guy like me. You like going to these things and meeting like pop culture people. Like that's awesome.
It is. It's definitely fun. I am the thing is, like, I like sports, but like I can also not watch every game and be fine. Like, when I am watching the game, I'm fully into it and like shit like that. But like when I don't care if I miss the next one, you know? I guess that's how I've always been for sports.
Particularly with the Falcons and Georgia Southern, when they lose, like, I feel like I got shot, like, right here. Like, it's not good. Like,
I feel that too with Georgia Southern and the Lakers. Those are the two teams I feel.
Yeah.
Miami to an extent.
I'll tell you what, Georgia Southern's different though, because there's not two diplomas from the Atlanta Falcons on my wall right there. Okay. Like, the Atlanta Falcons are a for-profit organization. Their one and only reason to exist is to win championships. And they are incapable of doing that. Georgia Southern, on the other hand, and this is I could rant on this for forever. What are we doing in competing for the same college football playoff as Miami, for example? Like, they'll do everything. Yeah. But like, them progressing and just getting better from a big picture standpoint, even if the year doesn't go the way that we wanted, as long as they're going in the right direction, like, I'm way more tolerant of that from them. Don't get me wrong, I want to win every game, but we need to head in the right direction. And this year, I think we made some baby steps last year. I think last year was a little disappointing, but I think they did start to kind of put things together. This year, they really need to, or I don't know how much longer we're going to have the same coaching staff.
The problem is that players are not fighting to go over there. That's the thing. Like,
well, that's not necessarily true. They're doing a really good job recruiting. They've got a lot of really talented people. And I'll tell you what, one of the things that they do the best out of anyone at our level is retaining some of the key talent. You look at, Josh Dallas and Chance Gamble. Those guys both had they were $1 million NIL guys. And they turned it down to stay and finish there, because I think both of them view the big picture that they're building a true legacy at Georgia Southern at a very special place. They
Yeah,
truly
because
want to be there, and they are every down guys, and they are going to crank out film like crazy for these NFL scouts. And I keep saying it all the time. If you are a baller, they will find you. So between retaining those guys and then some of the guys they pulled out of the portal, they have like 6 receivers that were like 4-star high school recruits that all converged on Statesboro after watching what Camden Brown did. So there's a very real possibility that on the other side of Josh Dallas, there's this year's Camden Brown on the opposite side. So I'm
yeah,
excited. We'll see
that's
how it
one
goes.
reason I went. That's one of the many reasons I went to Georgia Southern. The whole legacy thing, because it's like you
Mhm.
look at if you look at UGA, or you look at like one of the UCs in California, or like something like a state flagship school or whatever, there's a
Mhm.
fuck ton of like notable alumni. Georgia Southern, yes, we do have our good like amount, but like it'd be so much easier to get on that list without being buried in a sea of people, you know.
Yeah. I mean,
I
we've
think
got
we're both on our way to get there.
we have so many great things going in our
Hmm.
community. And I'll tell you what, I'll tell you one thing. Going back to this battle that you're having with rice cakes, you're going to
Hmm.
win because of our roots and our GATA mentality. Like,
Oh
we are
yeah,
scrappy dudes. If you haven't realized it by now, we are some of the scrappiest dudes on the planet, and we just don't quit. We just
yeah.
keep
We're
going and going and going. And that's who we are.
no, yeah. We bought for what I need to do is get like all the Georgia Southern alumni to come support me.
Yeah.
That would
I
be
mean, you found me on Twitter that exact way. What, like 3 years ago when I first started this stuff? So, I mean, you've
probably.
been doing it all this time. Double down on that. Like, keep networking with the people. We take care of our own. Half of
Uh,
like I'd say a lot of the biggest regulars on my stuff are all Georgia Southern people.
all right, so tomorrow I'm gonna make a I'm gonna make like a short video on here and be like,
Mhm.
hey, like I'm a Georgia Southern alumni. I'm in this battle against this
Yeah.
guy from Dallas, and then he's my friend, so it's hard to insult him. But I'm this dude from Dallas that I don't know the South's okayest city. Um, but
I've never even been
it's
there.
not.
I've only been to Texas once, so I can't
Dude, it's
speak
not
for
even. It's
Dallas.
not even the nicest city in Texas.
I
It's not
wouldn't
even like the
know.
most fun part of Texas.
The only time I went to Texas was 28-3. I went to
Bro,
Houston,
when I went to Dallas
and I
once,
haven't
and
I
I
haven't been
was,
back since.
and then Houston is just like the Texas version of Atlanta.
Yeah, I
So
mean, I
you
was
could,
there for we landed at we had me and my wife had an engagement party the night before
uh-huh.
that like we had to just go through, and then so we got
So
on a
your wife
plane.
went to Southern too?
No, this is Falcons right now. She went to
Okay.
Kennesaw State. So the one time I went to Houston was Falcons Super Bowl when they blew that 28-3 lead. And so I was only there for, you were probably still at Southern at this point. This was
I
2016 or 2017.
yes, because I
Yeah.
graduated in 2018.
Yeah. So you were in Statesboro when this happened, when me and my wife were getting married, but we had an engagement party that night. And the Saturday before, like the day before, we get on a plane. We land in Houston probably at like lunchtime, go straight to the
Hmm.
stadium, do the StubHub pregame party, go to the game, had a great time for 3 quarters, and then I wanted to jump off a bridge after the game, and then we left like early the next morning back to Atlanta because I had to work, and I've never been back to Texas since. I don't know if I'm ready yet, honestly. Like, I'm still scarred from that.
Yeah, I don't blame you. I'm scarred from Dallas from my own ways, but like that's a whole different story.
Yeah.
Um, there's a one thing I noticed.
Mm-hmm.
One thing I noticed, like when like Georgia Southern people, like when you run into a Georgia Southern person, like the further you are from Statesboro, and like you run into like someone
The
wearing
more
like
excited
our
they get.
stuff. So like when I was living in Punta Gorda, north of Fort Myers. I saw like
Hmm.
this older guy. He was like 50 or 60. He was wearing a Georgia Southern hat, and
Hmm.
I just went up behind him and said "Hail Southern." And he just turned around, and everyone else was looking at us like I had said. Because if you don't know about Georgia Southern, one guy saying "Hail" anything is going to draw a red flag, and he just turns around all excited. And I was like, yeah, like, what are you doing down here? He goes, oh, we have a vacation property down here. And I was like, yeah, I just moved down here like a year ago. I was like, where in Georgia are you from? It turns out he's like two towns over from Hawkinsville. He was from Eastman. Well, actually, one town over.
Oh,
And I
Eastman.
was like, oh,
I
yeah,
got a fraternity
yeah.
brother there.
That's where I had my first job after college was in
Mhm.
Eastman. I worked there for a year. Um, and then,
What were you
yeah, it
doing
was
in Eastman?
interest. I was working in supply chain for a company called Arconic. I think they're called
Okay.
Hoover now.
Okay.
Alco I think they used to be called Alcoa before I started working there.
Okay.
So so
Nice.
I worked I worked there for about a year, and then yeah, like now I'm over here, and I have to say, like, I think Georgia Southern, like, I was not qualified for that job at all. Like, my two coworkers were in their late 20s, like they were as old
Hmm.
as I am now, and they had been with that company in like other roles. And here I go in. I think it's just because like I aced my interview. Um, and then I got my DHL job when I was working in Atlanta for, like, through a Georgia Southern classmate who had been working there for a while. He recommended me. I had no IT experience at all at that time when I was living in Atlanta.
Hmm.
And then I moved from my roommate's my roommate's wife was working for another company, a consulting firm that made warehouse management software. So a tech company
Hmm.
as a consultant actually.
That's one of my
And I
major
ended up
projects at work is WMS.
yeah, that was the last like real job I had before I started
Mhm.
slinging alcohol.
What do you like
To be
better?
honest, I put this no more Teams meetings.
Yeah.
I'm not working on. I don't have to ask people for PTO.
Yeah, that's one of my problems. I get not enough PTO.
So like, I mean, like during my busy season, I don't travel at all. Like, so when snowbird season is here, the only reason I traveled during this snowbird season was in January. My grandpa passed away, so I had to go for the funeral for
Yeah.
that. But otherwise, I don't even like to leave the county during snowbird season because it's just so busy here, and also the traffic is horrendous.
Dude,
Um,
that's probably awesome for business there.
it is, it is, but they are assholes. Oh my god, they are assholes.
Really?
Snowbirds.
Yeah, I know. I the ones that I would run into in Destin were like super nice.
The thing is, they're nice to other like people they see as people, but they don't see customer service workers as people. You should see the way they treat
Oh.
waiters and waitresses,
Ugh.
man. Like
That's how
one of
you
them
can tell
walked
the
into my
character of somebody.
one of them came in my store and snapped their fingers at me and said, "Get to work." And I said, "Excuse me." And they said, "That's the way we talk in New York." And I was like, "I have friends from New York. And I've never once heard
The
that.
hell?
They're rude and outlandish, but." And then he was just like, "Yeah, that's just the way we like talk over there." And I was just like, "You want to be buried in Florida?" And then he just shut the fuck up right there.
That's really bad.
I grew up in like South Georgia around people that used to cut like eye holes in sheets. I'm not taking shit from someone that sounds like a fucking Mucinex commercial. Dr. Carnhart, shut the fuck up.
Dude, you're
So
cranking out sound bites for like stitching all sorts of things together right now.
I'm
Like
not even doing
this
that on
is
purpose.
yeah, I know. Like what I don't know if you realize this, but I hope this thing is saving like where people can view it later.
Yeah, you have
On
to do that. You have to
okay.
do that for your watch hours to count. If I set it to
Yeah.
private after I go live, it wouldn't count.
So what you have here is not only are you getting watch hours from this, but I'm pretty
Mhm.
sure you can click download on the source video and then you
Yeah,
can cut that thing up into several long form videos. Just all you have to do is hit 3 minutes and 1 second and it's a long instead of a short.
Mm-hmm.
And then you can just crank out all of those from stuff you've already recorded at this point. Like,
Yeah. Yeah, I do that occasionally, not a whole lot. I should do that
mhm.
more. I agree. Um,
I think
I don't
I
know.
think you I think this has gone really well, and you should. And I hope
Yeah,
you do.
yeah, I'll do it tomorrow. I'll
You
like
can use
start looking
all
at.
of it, man.
Yeah, because like this live recording is going to be available for us to watch as soon as we end it.
Hmm.
Um, so I'll do that. But I think yeah, I'm gonna do what you said, but I'm also gonna like make like some posts like trying to get like Georgia Southern people to back me because I've sent this to like former classmates and fraternity brothers, and some of them
Hmm.
have like commented and watched it. So
Yeah.
why not? So let's see. I'm at 230 hours right now, but it doesn't update it.
For
That's as
for
of
the last
August 8th.
like month.
No, like so for the last week, I'm at 230 hours
Oh,
because
for
like
last week? Oh, that's pretty good.
like I was the day before I was at 227, but then 3 hours came up. But so
Uh-huh.
this is 200. I'm so this is as of August 8th because the live the monetization eligibility updates slower than the rest of the
Yeah.
watch hours because I think they have to like vet
Yeah.
it and make sure it's good and whatnot.
Dude, I think it's
Um,
crazy how you have so many subscribers now, but the watch
because
hours
they're
just
all
still haven't happened yet. I
because
can't wrap my I had the exact opposite problem. Like I couldn't get people to press that freaking button. I had like 8K watch hours by the time I hit
so
1K subs.
shorts. That's because like I was like I'm as you know I'm better at short form
Mhm.
content than I am other stuff. So
Yeah.
I was just cranking out like 10 shorts a day for the past
Yeah.
3 months, and
I wasn't even doing shorts originally, like at all.
so
I didn't even know that they existed on YouTube, to be honest. And
yeah
my gaming guides weren't like when I first started, shorts were only 60 seconds or less. And it wasn't really conducive to the kind of things that I was trying to do. And like if I could like wind back the clock and do anything different, it would have been to do some shorts just because it helps get more subscribers quickly because it's easier to get more eyeballs on you. But
hmm
what was throwing me off initially was Instagram, a reel at that time had to be 90 seconds or less, but YouTube had to be
yeah
60 seconds or less.
yeah.
And I'm like, well, that's really annoying. I'm either kneecapping myself on Instagram or I ignore YouTube and go for
So
the
you had to
90
make it
second reel.
you had to make it specific for each
Yeah.
platform.
Now they are both 3 minutes and it is way
Yeah.
simpler for me to dual
Dude,
post
I've seen
and
five
having
minute
that.
TikToks.
Yeah. And have, oh, somebody just did something. Tennessee Titans scored a field goal. You like how the signs turn on too when that happens?
Yeah, that's cool. That's a nice touch. I think
That's
I
from
have
the
no idea.
it's the light switch all the way to the right. That's what does it. It's a Casa
Yeah,
smart light switch, and I figured out
but
how to get the with Home Stadium.
I will say shorts have helped me not gain subscribers, but even though I
Mhm.
can't get them to watch my long form content, a lot of the shorts viewers come to my live because I do the vertical lives, like the
Yeah,
shorts lives, and that shows up on the short speed. So
yeah.
a lot of them come to that. So like I am
How
getting
many
watch
people
hours
have
from
been
them that way.
watching this thing?
Right now we're at two, but like I think we need to look at the analytic. I think there was more than that at
Uh,
one point.
I think Gatabud Plus is one of them too. So really, we're at
Yeah.
one.
Let's see how many hours we've gained on this live so far. 2.3, and we've been live for 74 minutes. So
Yeah.
2.4 now.
Um, I'm telling you, you can get more cutting it up and just cranking out a few videos. I would wait. If I were you, I would keep striking while the iron's hot on your liquor videos. Okay.
Yeah.
Keep recording those. Um,
hmm
do one for like every liquor class,
Uh-huh.
and then just have a couple of these like cut up ready to go after that. and then like you're good to go for like a couple weeks.
Yeah,
And
and one of my customers, he asked to leave his flyers to promote his
Mhm.
media company. So he has like a camera with a drone and stuff. And he
Yeah,
said in exchange for that, like he's gonna make a professional video for our store. But I asked him like, can I pay you to help me make some videos? And he said, I'll do it for free because you always give me free shots and stuff. And these are free
yeah,
samples that I give to everybody. But like he also does it for free because he likes to help like the community and stuff. So I was like,
yeah.
sure, I'll just keep promoting you. Like I'll just keep like
Dang,
telling people
I
about
wish
your
I had a
business.
drone guy. I need
Yeah,
to find one.
I will. I will definitely like link up with him because he's one of my customers. But he started doing what he was doing. I was talking to him yesterday because so his son wanted to play college football, and I think he is now. But his son was not like he. I guess the coaches in high school were not prioritizing him, and like the scouts weren't looking at
Mhm.
him. So he started making his own videos and like promoting himself, like I guess doing football drills or gameplay
Yeah,
footage or whatever. And then he ended up getting noticed and getting the offer because recruiters were coming to him because of like the content that he made.
yeah.
And because like he had told he had told his dad, I'm going to play college football, and didn't give up. So that inspired his dad, my friend, to like create his own media company. And now he like for all the high school athletes, he does like free videos for them and
I've
coach interviews and
I've
all that
seen a
stuff.
lot of stories like that where it's like scrappy dudes finding a way
Hmm.
when it's not handed to them, and I love those kind of stories.
And I think I'm one of those guys too because like I'm not giving
Hmm.
up. I don't care if it even if I don't
Absolutely.
make it by even if I don't make it by February, even if it's like even if I have to get 8,000 watch hours,
Mm.
I'll do it. Like it's not like it's I'm
What's
not going
what's
away.
your total at? Like, what's your grand total for 365 days at right now?
That's what I'm showing you 230.
Okay, so that's the. I thought that was the week. Okay, so we
No, I
we
wish that
got
was
to
the
we
week.
got to do some more. We got to work on this.
Yeah. That's why I thought I showed you that already. That's what, but like one
I
of my friends
I
is like
thought you said just this week 200. I was like, oh, nice, that's awesome.
no, no, no. Well, like,
Yeah.
think about it, man. Like, my lives only get 3 or 5 people, and then
Mm.
my videos like are averaging at like 100 views.
Yeah.
So
It only. I keep saying this. It only takes one. Um, I want to look back. I want to look back and see how mine kind of looked like. I'll tell you what my first big win was. It was all because of my son. Actually, it wasn't. Well, I mean, I taught him
mhm.
how to play Zelda. But do you remember when I was doing the Zelda videos when it first started?
Yeah.
And I was getting a couple hundred views on most videos. Like people are watching it. But I even uploaded this before Tears of the Kingdom came out. I uploaded
Mhm.
a Breath of the Wild video. Can a 4-year-old defeat Ganondorf in Breath of the
Mhm.
Wild? Because that's how me and my son were spending like every afternoon after work, every Saturday.
Mhm.
But Bo's still a baby at this point. We were just tearing up Zelda. That's all he wanted to do. He was all about it. And I'm like, well, son, I happen to know a thing or two about this. So I recorded him beating the Breath of the Wild Ganon. I put that on YouTube. I think it did
Mhm.
like 1,000 views, which for a channel with only like 4 videos at that point, not bad. Not bad at all, looking back on that. But I started doing all my Tears of the Kingdom guides, and he initially like didn't he just wanted to keep playing Breath of the Wild. I was like, okay, that's fine. Like, I want you to play games because you want to play. It's not like I'm trying to force him to be like some sort of like prodigy Zelda kid. No, not at all. So
Yeah.
it wasn't until like 3 months in to Tears of the Kingdom after I'd cranked out probably like 20, 30 videos at that point when he finally got to Ganondorf at his own speed on that one. And I did the same thing over again. Can a 4-year-old defeat Ganondorf in Tears of the Kingdom? And
Mhm.
that video, like, I remember it because we went to Falcons training camp that day, like the day after I uploaded it. And we're in the car going to training camp. And usually when I looked at like my 60-minute like report on views, it was, like probably like 20 on there. I look on there, all of a sudden there's 100 views in the last 60 minutes. I'm like, whoa, what is happening? And it just kept running and running for like a week. And I think it finished at like 15K views. And I was like, oh my gosh, like this is crazy. And then I, fell back down to earth. But what happened, I kept making the Zelda videos. And what ended up happening was a few of them started to even 60, 90 days in, you see the graph like kind of flat, and then all of a sudden, whoop, and then they started going. And I had let me pull up the studio for all those old Zelda videos. If I look at my popular videos, I've got a 37K from Zelda. I've got a 23K from Zelda. There's 4-year-old versus Ganondorf. That was 14 from Zelda. I've got an 11K from Zelda. I've got a 6.6, a 3.6, a 2.7. Oh, the 2.7 one, I'm really mad that didn't do well because I put more effort into that and I thought that it was going to rake on search traffic, and it didn't. But that's part of it,
It's all the ones
and
that
then,
you put the most work into.
Yeah, and then I have I tried to do the 4-year-old thing again. Can a 4-year-old defeat the Lionel Coliseum in Zelda Tears of the Kingdom? Which, if you've ever tried that, it's actually pretty hard. And I got him on camera just taking them to work. That one only got 1.8K. It was lightning in a bottle for Ganon. But yeah, no, they just the search traffic just kept going, and I'm still getting views on the Radiant Armor one, mainly because the thing that people are looking for was never put on any of the data mining maps. And I just took the time to scour the map, find where these things are, document it, and that kind of stuff. And it keeps churning. But there was a while where I just was like, what am I doing? I'm putting all this effort. I've got this job. I've got a wife. I've got 3 kids. Back then it was 2 kids. Now it's 3. It's I value my time too much to just scream into an abyss. So it can get discouraging at times. And I really love how hard you're fighting, and I firmly believe that one of these is going to take off for you. It's only a matter of time. It's happened time and time again for you on TikTok. It's just wrong platform. Out of all the platforms I want to go viral on, TikTok is dead last, but you've got something.
That was my case too, but I just knew I needed to post everywhere.
I'm not even on. Actually, I am on TikTok. That's a lie. I got the Gadabud name on there, and I think I put up maybe 4 or 5 videos. But I'm really still waiting on ByteDance to divest to an American company because I have some issues with communist ownership on that. But dude, it's coming. It really is. These liquor videos are going to pop up on Google.
Yeah, hey Google, Google better than Casamigos, or you know how you Googled for vodka the other day? Do the same thing for Casamigos, and let's see if I pop up.
Okay. Let me do an incognito tab right now. I always do incognito.
How do I spell AI to make Casamigos? Casamigos. That's the George Clooney one. I hate that one. It sucks.
All right, so it's tequila.
Yeah.
I'm gonna type in Casamigos tequila alternatives. Now it's still kind of early. I don't know if you're gonna show up on the search right away.
I only have 3 views, so probably.
Okay, so I'm going to go to the videos tab. And let's see. I don't see you yet. But if I scroll down a little bit, I typed in Casamigos alternatives.
Uh-huh. So I don't
If
know
I
if I
type,
type that.
if I, well, if I type in, did you put those in the tags?
I didn't put alternatives, but I said
Put all
I think
sorts of shit in those tags. Wait, is your stop wait? No, that's not it. There's a lot of these videos. Get the tags right and make sure you've optimized that description. It might just be that it's too
I
early.
did.
Right?
I did
You
because I
uploaded
told
it.
the
So
AI.
I was really hoping that I'd pull it up and get it on stream. That you're on there because
You
the
said you found the vodka
yeah.
one.
All
You
right,
said you were able to do that.
all right. Tito's alternatives.
Hey, should I go back to the vodka one and then add this new one as like the linked one to the end?
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, you should do that, and you should add it to the description. Of this is a series. Here's the one on tequila.
Okay.
Like, go back every time you make one of these new videos. Go back to the old ones and start linking them. Okay. All right. So I typed in Tito's vodka alternative. Look at your boy right there.
That was me.
Perfect. Yeah, perfect. Like you're number 2 right there. So this is an incognito, completely unbiased search. If I search not incognito, it knows that I watch your videos, and it would just automatically pop that to the top. So what I need to do here, every time you see it, you need to click it and let it run. So I'm doing that for you right now. You got your video running on my computer right there for the Tito's one. Now, the question right now, because you still just uploaded that other video on the Casamigos, is it going to show up as a recommended video on this yet? I don't know.
So I just edited my Tito's video, and like when you get to the end of it, it's gonna pull up like that screen, like the thumbnail of the new video, and then it's gonna say like go like watch that because that one's already getting views.
Yeah. Well, it's getting 1 view from me right now.
Awesome.
98
And
views.
I take it you're
17
not
likes
tequila
on.
guy, though, huh?
No, I hate tequila. And the only time I really drink vodka is with Red Bull. I'm mostly just a whiskey guy.
So
I like scotch.
I used to hate tequila.
Yeah.
I used to hate it until like I
tell you what,
started discovering the monster stuff.
The one thing that really kind of piqued my interest on this, and I hate this as a patriot, I want to try the Iceland vodka.
Oh, that one is amazing.
Yeah. When I pulled up your video, I'm like, there's going to be some cheap Russian thing on here. I just know it. And I'm like, I was really delighted to not see a single Russian thing mentioned. And then the Iceland one, I was like, ooh, that sounds interesting.
This is this is from the original display we had for that vodka. This is their puffin mascot.
Yeah, so next time I go buy some, I think I will buy the Iceland one.
Dude, that one, Reka is so like smooth that you can drink it straight if you chose to. I still recommend mixing it. I think
I'm gonna mix it with Red Bull.
Yeah, take like a small sip of it first. But here's this: I'm the only store in North America that has like the shooters of Reka because they're actually not available in the U.S. But there was some promotional event. There was some promotional event that was supposed to happen for them that never took place. So like my distributor already had them in the warehouse, and
Okay.
because that never took place, they just forgot about them. And I said, hey, so if nobody wants them, can I have them? And he said,
Yeah.
I mean, I'll try, but like the worst thing they're gonna do is say no. But then they just showed up in my order.
Well,
So
what's
like,
going to
but once they're
happen
gone, I
is,
can't get more.
yeah, I was about to say somebody's going to get hooked on these after watching your video, and then they're going to be really mad when you're out of stock on the shooters.
No, well, I make it very clear that the shooters are like a limited time thing.
Yeah. Okay.
Because like you if you find them somewhere else,
All right.
then
So on
that's
this
great.
shot, can I see it on the screen right now? Are the shooters visible?
No, they're like to the left of me.
Okay. What's up with
They're
Martha
like this
Stewart?
giant acrylic. Oh, she's advertising Snoop Dogg's new gin,
Of course, it's
or not
Snoop
new
Dogg.
gin.
They
Snoop
are they
Dogg and
are
Dr. Dre. Oh, we had
delightful.
a tasting. They had
You
a
had Snoop.
that was my most. Yeah, I have
You
two of his
you
products.
had Snoop Dogg in your liquor store.
No, his products.
Just say you did. Just say you did. Be like, yeah, bro.
I had Snoop Dogg in my liquor store. Yeah, I had hi DJ, how's it going?
Okay.
Um, I but I hate to ask you to do this again, but DJ's in here, and I think she would like to see like that triple screen setup.
Oh, the triple screen. What's
Yeah,
up,
or the
DJ?
quadruple
Yeah.
screen.
Yeah. Okay. So
She's in the
we're sitting
big
at,
screen.
we're sitting at my desk right here, and you can just see right over me. This is my
Yeah.
view from the desk. I have my office PC right here. So this is like my supercomputer. And this is where my kid plays PlayStation right here. And then let's not show NFL game on the. I'm just going to go ahead and close this thing
Yeah,
out.
because
So I'm going to minimize it, make sure we don't get any copyright material. And then where's my clicker?
yeah,
I'm going to go ahead and put this on the correct input so we can see it. But yeah, this is my screen wall where I, business back there, fun and games right here. So I do a lot of gaming videos, among other things. I do reels. I'm a professional
that's what
software
my Tinder
engineer.
bio says.
Yeah, I'm just a general tech enthusiast, and so I don't do just gaming stuff, but that was like my original intention. So what I had set up is I'm really old fashioned, and I like to play games on just a big TV in a chair, like a regular chair, not a gaming chair, and a controller. So what I did, I realized it's a little bit of a problem that my PC's all the way back there and my desk is all the way there. So I was like, well, how about I just build another one? So I built one in here that does dedicated HDMI capture on my PS5 Pro, Xbox Series X, or let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then there's another switch too upstairs. So 6 switches right now. I had to count. We got a problem. I've got 3 kids. Okay, cut me some slack on that one.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah,
fun
DJ, cut him some
fact,
slack.
yeah, fun fact. I didn't say this the last time I showed this, but the reason why I chose 4 was actually because of the switches in Pokemon. So one of my best reels on Instagram that I ever did was I would always get in the comments section, "What's with all the switches?" And I would never answer it. And then one day, the reason why I have them is because of Pokemon Sword and Shield. You can shiny hunt legendaries on the DLC Dynamax adventures, if you know what I'm talking about there. And each individual player has its own separate 1% odd of getting the shiny legendary. So what you see is 4 players getting together and one of them hitting the jackpot and the other 3 being like, oh man, wasn't me. And then they just got to keep going. Yeah, I've got an N64 right there. I don't know why I have the Hey You Pikachu of all things, but I do. But what I realize is I can play Pokemon at the same time on 4 different Switches. And not only will I win every time quickly, but I it's not exactly a times 4 boost on my odds, but it's pretty close. It's 3.94%, which is a 1% chance multiplied by itself 4 times. It's, just general stats math. So what I did was I got a shiny Mewtwo and I left it on the screen just to make a reel for it. And that one went pretty nuclear on Instagram. It went nowhere on YouTube though. Interestingly enough, I could not get it past even a couple hundred views on the gram, but I did 1 million on Instagram. So whatever, I don't know.
So
but
I have.
And then we gotta go back in the restroom. So I've got it just on neutral mode. So this computer, when I'm watching TV for sports, I just open Xfinity stream windows and I click and drag it to all the different screens. But what the cool thing is about this top screen right here is because I'm an Atlanta sports fan, whenever I go to the bathroom, you see what's on that screen automatically in the bathroom. So I can watch the Atlanta Falcons implode in the 4th quarter in crystal high def right in my face. So that's
the Atlanta Falcons the Atlanta Falcons were meant to be watched in the bathroom.
And then let's do a home stadium light show. I don't think we did one of those yet. Let's do one of my favorites for Team USA. When we were doing soccer, this is what it looked like. So I made an app, Home Stadium. Basically what it does is it makes your house go crazy like a stadium when your favorite team does something good. And this is what it looked like when Team USA scored a goal in the World Cup. And the general concept here is it starts slow, but I want to kind of see American flags sort of moving throughout the case. So it's coming this way, like that. And then it just speeds up, goes nuts. If you look out my desk window, you can even see it out on the official cigar patio out there going crazy too. So that's a cool thing I got going. The home stadium launch, you can sign up for free right now at www.homestadium.io, but the official marketing blitz and where I expect people to actually sign up has not officially started yet because I'm still ironing out a few things. So you're free to sign up for free right now if any of y'all want to, but yeah, it starts getting real fast on that. So yeah, that's pretty cool. And then my cave just goes back to normal when it's all done. So
I got these AirPods that I don't use all the time, but if I wanted to use them, I could.
Your video did not autoplay as the next video on the incognito tab, but we'll work on that. We'll get there.
Yeah. Bud is trying to help me win my contest.
Yeah.
I think.
So I'm one of those Georgia Southern guys. So we take care of our own. We're scrappy dudes that just never quit, and we're gonna find a way to win. So I'm all about Team Sheik.
Let me show you.
I want Rice to get. I want Rice to get it too, but I just want Sheik to get it a day earlier. That's all.
Exactly. Me first. That's the Georgia Southern guarantee.
Yeah.
Well,
he can get it the next day. And I'll be pumped for him.
Yeah. So this is my desk that I bought from Costco. I have a setting. I put the setting on where it does it whenever a sound comes up.
Mm-hmm.
So if I'm listening to music, it just plays all the time.
Here we go. So I'm getting this. Yeah, I was about to say I'm getting this logo redone, but here's the home stadium logo right there, where I can just put a URL up on the screen while you talk for a second.
Oh, I see it.
I tried to get homestadium.com, but somebody owns it and wants $25,000 for it. I offered $69, and they said no. So I said, okay, I will buy homestadium.io instead. And that's that. Homestadium.com is still for sale as far as I know, and I'm not paying that. I'd rather pay for marketing.
Yeah. I think that's a good idea
Yeah.
because you want the name stadium. His home arena sounds kind of dumb. Oh,
I don't know how I thought about it. I don't remember when I like thought of the name. I'm not really good at naming things, to be honest. And I was like, what do I even call this? And I just like, you turn your home into a stadium. So it's like, okay, home stadium. Pretty simple.
that'd be
Didn't
funny.
overthink that one.
That'd be funny
I
if
mean,
one of your that'd be funny if one of your kids just showed up and you're like, "Go away, number 3,"
I would never be like
because you're
that.
bad
No.
at naming stuff.
Oh, I get it now.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that'd be-
no. No, my wife. So my wife named our third son. I named the oldest son, and the oldest son actually named our second son. So we all kind of took turns.
Hmm.
And how dare they say no to 69? Guess what the monthly subscription cost starting October 1st is going to be for premium customers? You guessed it,
$69.
$6.90. 69 for a
Oh, that's
year.
perfect.
Okay, you get 2 months free if you pay for the full year, and that's because of Stripe fees. They charge you, I think, 20 or 30 cents per transaction. So
Mhm.
when you make it, all right, so 30 cents times 12 is $3.60, which is like half of a monthly subscription right there. And then I gift a month and a half just for making it happen. So when I throw up the paywall, that's going to be, I did a complex market analysis. I'm also we've got 2 MBAs on this live stream, me and Ashik both. I think
That's
mine's
true.
cooler because it came from Georgia Southern, though. Good for you for going to Miami. Like I can't do the
Mhm.
U right now because
I think
I'm on
mine's
the phone
cooler
with
because
one.
I think mine's cooler because it proves the Georgia Southern guy can succeed elsewhere. So like,
Yeah,
I played the away game, you played the home game.
I only applied to Georgia Southern, and if they weren't going to have me, I was just not going to get an MBA, and that was my outlook on that. So,
I figured I
the
was already in the alumni network. Like I could already do networking at Georgia Southern, so I wanted to get
mhm.
like 2 schools worth of networking.
So I did computer science. So the alumni that I know from Georgia Southern is wildly different than the ones that I know now through MBA. The
Yeah,
MBA
the business
networking
ones.
there, yeah, I mean, basically my goal is to be the CTO of a company, like a big company one day. Just be in charge of the IT department, chief nerd. I like to call it chief tailgate officer personally, but so
I'm the chief nerd. I'm the chief IT guy of the liquor store
nice,
because I handle our
nice,
social media and our label printer,
yeah,
and
one
I
man
think
army.
you can have my job. I'm also the chief
Yeah, no,
marketing officer.
yeah. So I'm CTO right now for Matchup USA, and oh yeah, there's our old show from way back when.
Yeah, so if you guys want to see like where like the first video we did together, it's on my page.
Yeah,
It's in the cup holder Gotabuds Eagle Nation show,
you
and you get
should
to
when you
watch me.
start. Yeah, when you start. Hey, nice repeat ball by the way on your desk. Did you know that that's what that is?
This one,
Yeah,
I didn't know that's what
pop,
that was. My friend owns
pop
a
quiz.
comic book
Do you know?
shop.
Do you know what the point of a repeat ball is? I'm putting you on the spot here.
To
I
like
don't think you
do
know
it
it.
to do it again.
Yeah, you're on to something. So a Pokeball has a catch factor, if you will, and a base Pokeball has a catch factor of 1. which is kind of low. It's not the lowest, but it's pretty low. You know, you can catch a Pidgey and a Rattata pretty easily with one of those. What a repeat ball does is, so Great Ball is 2, Ultra Ball is 3. A repeat ball, I believe, is a 4, but only if you've previously caught that Pokemon and registered in your Pokédex. Somebody can fact check me later on that one. I'm going, and I think it's the same as Dusk Ball. Dusk Ball, I think, is also a 4 if you're at night or in a cave. But I think the repeat ball looks better, so I tend to favor that one over Dusk Ball. But yeah, that's what that does. So now you know what you have on your desk. That's the kind of stuff you get from subscribing to Gadabud, though. Those are the kind of things that I share on a lot of my reels when I'm not showing stupid bathroom TVs and that kind of stuff.
I don't even know how I got it or why it's here, but it's.
I think it's cool.
I don't even think
what I want.
I don't think it works though.
What I want, and I need to find somebody who can make this, is I don't know if you watched the original Pokemon cartoon back in the 90s, but there was this story arc.
I did.
Where, yeah, Ash had this thing called the GS ball, and he had to take it to Johto to this dude. And then they just kind of forgot about it and it ended up being nothing. It was like one of the biggest MacGuffins in TV history, if I'm not mistaken. But it has the initials GS on it. I want a big GS ball for my shelf, but it be blue and white instead of the like gold and white. That it was gold and silver on the show. So if you know anybody that can make me a custom Pokeball, send them my way. I will pay.
Oh, I do. I actually do. The friend that I got this one from, well, not, I didn't get this from him, but like he owns a comic book store in Punta Gorda, but also does his own 3D printing business. People from like South Korea like buy like his masks, like he makes the heads of superheroes and stuff. He might. You want me to ask him?
Yeah, like I think my request is pretty simple. It's just a ball that has a couple colors on it, you know?
Like, are you gonna you want a Georgia Southern like themed Pokeball?
I'll like if you get me in touch with him, I'll tell him exactly what I want. Like it's very specific.
Okay. And
yeah,
I'll because I don't know if he can make one open or close with the 3D printer, but I'll ask him.
You know, that's not a big deal. It's going to sit on my desk closed. It's just, you see my shelves back there. It's just something cool to go on my shelves with the rest of the stuff. I'm very intentional on what I put back there.
Yeah, I just I took one of the acrylic displays from the store, and I'm gonna put it on top of this shelf right here, and then move all the Funko Pops on top of that. So, DJ said I'm now in Pokemon form. No, that's a nice like you. This is a nice cave. I want one.
Dude, I love it. Like, all right, so when I'm sitting at Georgia Southern, not having a job yet, I was watching YouTube videos of dudes showing their caves and their setups and everything. And what it did was it really gave me something to shoot for and something to strive for. And I saw what was possible if I do the right things, make a little cash, you got to do that. And like figure out like what I should prioritize and focus on. And 10 years later, after I'm sitting in that fraternity house bedroom watching those videos, I have the Bud Cave. And, it was a decade of dreaming and taking action to make happen. But I mean, it is like, I'm a simple guy. I don't really want to travel or I don't need like a super nice car, but my cave is like, I'm so happy with that. So
Yeah.
when I make these videos, that is my hope that somebody out there is in my shoes from like 15 years ago, sees it, and they're like, holy crap, I can do this. I can make this happen. And I need to follow this guy to find out how he did it. You know what I mean?
That's a good
So,
idea.
yeah. So the main computer back there, I actually have a couple computers back here. There's the Gatabud screen walls right there. This is my main super PC right here. And then I've got the MacBook Pro right there. And then this is the PC that the new one over there replaced. I built this 10 years ago, I think in 2017. And it was like top of the line back then, but that was really before like we got those like gaudy, like good looking cases with like the glass and stuff and the LEDs. Like LED fans weren't even a thing yet, but
She
it was
wants to
just all
see
about.
the. She wants to see the
Yeah,
one
okay.
that's lighting up. So I guess the new one.
Yeah, so I built this one in January. It has an RTX 5090. It's got 128 gigs of RAM. It's got a Ryzen 9 CPU. The 5090 is an ROG Astral that had built-in liquid cooling. And the funniest part about this PC, though, by far, is I'm still using the triple monitor setup from that old PC. These were $150 monitors 10 years ago, and they're hooked up to a 5090. So you can see how stupid that is right now. So my next thing that I'm going to do, probably
Is that
close.
Eric Russell on the monitor? Is that Eric Russell on the monitor? On the back of the monitor.
Wait, which? Oh, yeah. The
On
Eric
the
Russell
back of the
font
three
right there.
I was like, I
Yeah,
thought
that's
that was
what-
Eric Russell.
Yeah, that's one of my donor stickers right there. Yeah, so I got Eric on there. Yeah, I sit right here. When I'm sitting in this chair, it's mostly business, and then when I go back there, it's more fun and chill. But that's where I do a lot of my video game recordings. I'm starting to lean towards when GTA 6 comes out. I think I might actually record it right here in this chair and not on the big TV, because just the raw computing power, I can record 4K like 60 FPS like effortlessly on this computer. And the one that I built that powers that screen wall, I only spent like $2,000 on it. And it starts to buckle under the pressure on Halo and that kind of stuff when I try to really kick it up. And it does fine on 1080p, but GTA 6 is one of those like generational things where like I need to get it right. So I'm either going to do some upgrades on that one or move the PS5 Pro temporarily to right here. And if I go that route, I'm going to upgrade the monitor so I have like a legit monitor to play it on instead of this old thing. So
I'm going to do what you're doing. I'm going to do what you're doing, but on a much smaller scale. So my office will get like a TV in it too, but then outside, and I don't want to wake everyone up.
Yo, real quick though, remember when we were talking about building you a PC?
Yeah, I still need to.
What was your budget again on that?
I don't know. I can give
because
you like 2 bowls of Tito's.
I'm beginning to realize that this is such a weird economy that buying pre-built right now is actually kind of advantageous. And I saw a there's one at a Costco by me. There's a pre-built MSI desktop with a 5080, which is the step below like my monster GPU, and a baseline 5080, but that's a perfectly good thing for your needs. And the price on it was like $3,000, and it had, I think, 32 gigs of RAM, a 5080, a nice processor. All you have to do is open that sucker up and put an HDMI capture card in there, and it is like ready to go for anything you could possibly need it for.
I have a capture card already.
Yeah. And I'm just like,
I would have a capture card.
I almost thought about buying it to just replace the one there. But now I'm like, I have this perfectly good one right there. But I built it like 3 years ago. It's already kind of outdated, and I just like I spent $2,000 on it like 3 years ago, and I'm gonna feel like such a freaking snob if I rebuild that right after I just did this thing, and in the middle of this chip crisis. Like it's just I don't. I'm trying to talk myself out of it, but that's kind of what the direction I'm going in is try to build a 5070 or
Well, I do
58
need something better than this.
for back there.
I do need something better than this
Yeah.
MacBook Air. What
Then
I'm
I got
thinking
my
is like
I
I
got
might get like another.
I love my MacBook. I got the Pro when I started the Georgia Southern MBA, and I like to have a Mac laptop and a Windows desktop, and then a Linux server sitting around my house. I like to have that's kind of my general
So like,
trifecta right there.
I still have my dongle from my old job, and then like this
Mhm.
is like from when I used to work from home.
Yeah.
So I just have like that there.
hmm
I think I have like my portable monitor somewhere too,
Yeah.
which I don't really use anymore. So shit, what the hell just happened?
I think I'm going to make a reel where I let the audience pick which monitor I'm going to buy, and whichever one gets like the most likes or comments or something, that I'm just like fully obligated to buy. So if these jokers get on my comment section and send me to like $1,000 monitor, it's like whatever, I have to do it. Just chalk it up to a business expense.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea.
Yeah.
Holy fuck. Dude, we reached
I-
4.4 hours.
Yeah, I mean this is going good. And then all you have to do is, like I said, go through it, download the copy of this, and cut it up to some smaller things, and you've got more. I see the overall width that we have here. Like we can like fit this into like a wide type thing, and it might not have the best resolution on play, but it'll be fine. Nobody cares.
I don't
Like,
even think we have to download it. I think like YouTube will let you clip it through like YouTube now, if it's your own channel.
I would download it, because I'll tell you first thing. I've experimented with Opus Clip. I don't do a lot of videos like this typically, so I don't use it very often. But if I were trying to cut this up and put it on my thing, the very first thing I would do is dump it into Opus Clip and just see what it spits out. And if it spits out garbage, whatever, then I go through it and find the stuff I want to find manually, and then I just start cutting up. Like, you need to do 3 minutes and 1 second for it not to be a short. So anything over 3 minutes, just start cranking out, recycle this, and maybe one of them does well. Like maybe my advice on like whatever, you can post. I don't care. Just tag me in it. Like,
yeah,
I'm fine on my watch hours, dude. I'm trying to help you right now.
exactly. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. And tomorrow, I'm either gonna do rum or bourbon.
Yeah. So again, you should finish those first. So crank one a day out on those, and then start reposting the stuff from this live session. And then you have long videos for the next like week and a half, locked and loaded.
And then another thing, because like I told like the people from Venice on my TikTok, like to come support me on here. I'm gonna take all of my or most of my Venice restaurant reviews down. I already have them downloaded because I repost them everywhere. Make a compilation of the restaurant review TikToks just so people can watch one after another, because that could be like several hours right there.
Yeah.
I still need to edit. I still need to edit my Kennedy Space Center video.
You have a Space Center video?
I went to Kennedy Space Center. We took my niece there like last month.
What? Why have I not seen this yet? That sounds awesome.
I haven't made it. I haven't like edited it yet.
Sounds like you got a lot of good things ready to go.
Kennedy Center is fun. Like I'm not a fan of like amusement parks, so for me it was like an amusement park that didn't suck.
Mm-hmm.
because they had like simulators, they had like concession stands, they had all that stuff. But it wasn't just like roller coasters and shit. Like I would go to Kennedy Center over Universal any day.
I'm letting the Casamigo video run on old Gatabud Plus right here.
So
I think I put one video on that channel, and that was a school project.
a lot of people, when they say they don't like tequila, it's because they either tried Jose Cuervo or Casamigos, and they think that most tequila is bad. That was my case in college. It was Cuervo and
I just
Casamigos. I did.
I don't like it.
So,
I've never liked it.
but when I tried the ones that I'm talking about on here, like when I was at Southern, you couldn't make me drink tequila without me throwing up. You just couldn't. Like you couldn't
Yeah.
like offer me any. But then when we opened the store, so about a year and a half ago, things and in Mexico I drank it because that was just a thing. I tolerated it, and I was like, you know what, this is some
Mm-hmm.
good stuff you can only get in Mexico. Then I tried like this stuff. Like I'm starting to learn more about different products, right? The ones I'm talking about, but like I think even you who don't like
Mm-hmm.
tequila, you would probably like at least two of these,
Yeah.
at least.
I might be
You
down.
know,
I might be down. My
I
wife
think
likes it, I'll tell you that.
because a lot of the newer, like a lot of this is all clear tequila, but a lot of the dark tequila is
Mm.
aged in bourbon barrels now. So, and do you think I posted this at the wrong time? Like I posted this too late in the evening? Should I have posted it earlier?
Yeah, I do think that.
So like, do
What
you think
I
this
do,
video like is messed up then?
um, I don't know. Maybe not. I mean, I've kind of gone back and forth on it. What I like to do is I will schedule mine to go live at an even like hour mark. So like I played with as early as 9 a.m. all the way to like 4
So
p.m. But
that's what
that's
I
generally
did
as
with.
late as I go. But if I was doing something like if I'm doing Grand Theft Auto release night, for example, or like
Uh-huh.
release weekend, like all bets are off on that one. I'm cranking it like I'm taking 2 weeks off. So you're gonna see me just be like chain upload anytime I find out anything interesting on the game. So like my overall approach going into that
Mm,
is how do we get from knowing nothing on release day to having a platinum trophy on PS5, which is getting every
mhm.
single achievement, uh, in the game. And when I did it for Red Dead 2, it was a monstrous task. I wish I recorded it back then. Like I wish I'd been doing this for a decade because I've been doing this shit for years, telling all my friends and family how to do this, but not
Mhm.
time to document it online. But GTA 6 is going to be the most played game by the most people at one time in the history of gaming. It is an unprecedented opportunity. So I'm taking 2 weeks off of work. I'm going to live in this cave like an absolute caveman. Like my wife has had over a year's heads up notice. The kids are going to go to Nana and Papa's for a little bit. Like I'm going all in on this shit. And then hopefully we will not only see some straight up ad revenue from YouTube, but my goal is also for home stadium user count to also surge because they see that as
Mhm.
well. And then I'm double dipping because remember, my big picture is not just people hitting subscribe and view, it's the stuff that I bring to the table from a tech standpoint. So,
I still need to buy a
I'm
console too.
yeah. Oh, definitely get a PS5.
So that, but see now, like Sony's got that whole shit going on. So I'm wondering if I should get an Xbox instead.
That's no, it's gonna blow over. Like, do I love it? No, I love buying physical games, but I
Me
mean,
too.
you're an NBA and I am too. Like, you understand profit margins, and the reality is, it's their fault for being in this situation for having so many absolute bombs as far as like trying to make games and not listening to what gamers want. They are in a financial bind right now because of all of these terrible decisions they've made basically since COVID. The gaming industry
Hmm.
as a whole is in an atrocious state.
Your microphone cut out.
All right, so the gaming industry as a whole is in a terrible state right now.
That I
And
agree with that.
yeah, they did it to themselves, but these physical game copies between the retailers and the logistics and the actual physical printing of the discs eat into about 30 to 40% of the bottom line. Whereas when they're a direct download from the PlayStation Store, it is pure profit to Sony and the third party publisher, if applicable. So when you look at all of these mistakes and all the things that they've messed up on over the years, this is what they have to do. And they know that there's going to be a lot of people that are just like, oh, forget Sony. But I'll tell you what, Xbox is right around the corner. The source I have in Xbox tells me that decision was also made for them. They just haven't announced it yet because of the firestorm. They're waiting to see how bad this firestorm actually is. I think I had some offhand comments from somebody I trust, so don't take what I'm saying as gospel, but Xbox is going to do the same thing. And then who knows what Nintendo's going to do? They don't give a shit what anyone does. They never have. They do whatever they want, and that's what works for them. So when they're raking near 100% margins on these games, they're going to be able to financially recover from these mistakes. But this is like their one and only lifeline. This is their get out of jail free card. This is the break glass and press the emergency button to get out of this jam. And then I'll tell you one other thing. I just got Halo Campaign Evolved. I bought the physical version for Xbox. It only installed 15% of the game. The other 85% had to be downloaded from Xbox servers because that's all they could fit on one disc. So at this point, I'm like, what is the point of this? Like, why are the discs can't even hold a fourth of the games at this point. So it's like, what? Why are I get it. Like, I love physical games. I always have. But unless they invented some sort of new storage medium, like maybe even a USB stick, like what are we doing at this point? Like, I mean, that's just my rant on it. Like, it sucks, but it is what it is. I'm at peace with it. So going back to your point, just buy a freaking PlayStation. People are gonna whine and bitch. Just get it and have fun. Who cares? How's that for an answer?
I agree. I just, dude, like it. I don't know. I'm just like, I don't want to waste my money on shit. That's why I'm just like, what do I want? What do
It's
I
not,
want?
so here's my justification for games. I still believe, even with the price hikes, forget this thing over there. Just ignore that thing because the math doesn't make sense. But if you look at my PlayStation and the games I play on that, also ignore the 6 switches because the math gets a little hairy on that. Normal people buy one console, they spend less than $1,000 on it. They buy a couple games. You take the total hours that you play over the course of a couple years. You can do it individually for the game itself. You can include it in the console price as well. Let's take Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, for example. I paid $70 to buy that game. I was still on the original PS5, not the Pro. I had already got my money's worth out of the PS5 by that point, tenfold. I played that game for 400 hours, making all those YouTube videos. And not only so I do the math on that. That is a quarter per hour of entertainment. And then there's, I'm not normal, so I upload the YouTube videos. I made like about $1,000 off AdSense after getting monetized because that's the one that powered me to monetization. So it basically bought my PS5 Pro at this point. So, it's like, but normal people, you just take the hour that you played it, divide it up, find one thing that is a better value in entertainment than that when you pick the right game that is for you. And even if you are like a normal play load, like maybe even like 80 hours, $1 an hour. Like what are we complaining about that they're thinking about doing $100 games? It's like, if you break 100 hours, you're still getting $1 per hour of entertainment. I can't think of anything else in entertain. Like I can't take my family out to dinner for less than $100. Like just eating food, feeding my family. Like you're barking up the wrong tree here on telling me it's expensive because it's not. Even with the chip shortage, it's still one of the cheapest hobbies ever. People are just getting a little bit of sticker shock right now because they were used to how much cheaper it used to be.
That makes sense. I keep fixating on this hour meter. You ate dinner for not even $10 today? Wow.
Me?
No,
What did I eat for?
I was reading the chat.
Oh,
DJ.
$10. Oh, yeah.
I miss Cookout. That's what it reminded me of.
Ooh,
We don't have that.
baby.
We don't have that in Florida.
Ooh, baby.
I miss
Drunk in the
Cookout.
cookout line in a pledge car, getting the big burger tray with the quesadilla. And what was the other bit? There was the quesadilla, and I think I usually got Cajun fries, but there was one other like extra large side that you could get with it that
I
was
never
just like
liked
over the
I
top.
never liked the quesadillas from Cookout. I
Yeah.
always got the chili style burger, the bacon
Mhm.
ranch wrap, and hush puppies because I didn't like Cookout's fries either.
Yeah. I love the hush puppies too. I like to get the Cajun fries and the hush puppies from there with the, I think it's called the Big Double Burger or something. I ain't had Cookout in forever though, but man, there was nothing better
At least
than
you still have
being.
them. Like there's none in Florida, or at least none near
I
me.
was I was what 13 years younger, hammered in the back of pledge cars, getting Cookout for like $8 in that drive-through in beautiful Statesboro, Georgia. Like, what a
Right on
beautiful
Chandler
time.
Road.
Yeah, I mean, I've gone on to bigger and better things. Like I have a family now, but boy, I could tear me up some Cookout right now.
You know,
So
Cookout is like the most
Cookout's a
amazing thing.
chain. Cookout came out in North Carolina. They're like a cheap, like kind of McDonald's competitor, but
But
they just
better
like,
quality.
yeah, like they're really good quality. And I don't know why it hasn't blown up more than it has, especially given the price point. Like for budget food, like especially with like the extra large sides that come with it, it's
Yeah, for like
if you ever
five
see
thirty
one,
four.
yeah.
It was
I don't know
five
what the
thirty four
prices
when I
are
was
now.
the
Yeah,
tray
it's
was five
crazy,
thirty
dude.
four when I was in college. Now it's like
Yeah.
almost $7, but still that's not that bad.
Yeah. Okay, so DJ's a northerner. Okay. I don't know what's
Yeah,
up in Jersey. I got some neighbors that are from Jersey though. Lovely people.
I got too many people from Jersey down here. I live in, but like, I went to I mean, my mom's side of the family is also in Jersey, so I've been there many times.
Yeah.
I will say something about the food in New Jersey. Um, I mean,
The
it's edible.
Raisin Canes is good.
Raisin Canes is like Zaxby's if it was not good.
The neighbors from Jersey are why I vibe coded NBA into home stadium because we were watching all the Knicks games here in this cave and they were going crazy. So I never thought I'd be cheering for the Knicks because they're kind of, especially after the Trae Young era in Atlanta, they don't really like us that much. But I found myself being like all about the Knicks championship run with my Jersey neighbors in my basement.
What's
So
funny is I have a lot of friends and family from Jersey that I get along with, but I hate going there. Like I've been there so
I've
much.
never been
Every time
there.
I've gone there every year since I could crawl, almost. Just because like we have had family there, and like when I went the last time I went to Jersey for my cousin's wedding, I was like, I'm not wasting these plane tickets just to go to Jersey.
Yeah, I was about to
So
say, I think I remember seeing you go to a wedding in Jersey.
So I went to Niagara Falls. Like we did a road trip. We extended our
Mhm.
time after the wedding, and
Yeah.
we took a road trip to Niagara Falls. We went to Scranton, Pennsylvania, because we were driving through Pennsylvania. And I was like, wait, that's the
Dunder
place from The
Mifflin.
Office. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I took the picture downtown in front of the Dunder
Did
Mifflin
you go to the
sign.
Chili's? That's
They
not
don't
the
have
real
one here.
Chili's for the show. Yeah. I forget that
Uh, but,
they
but dude,
they actually
Scranton's
filmed that
actually like
show
a
in Van Nuys.
I've been to the Canada side and the US side. So I did
Yeah.
a Twitch stream. The first day I did a Twitch stream on the Canada side, and then the second day I mean on the New York side, then the second day I did a Twitch stream on the Canada side.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah, I
I
gotta
made
plug this
a you
thing
know
back
how like
in.
when the US was talking about banning TikTok like a lot, like when they were talking about like
Yeah,
that a
that's
while
why I'm
ago.
still not on. That's why I'm still not on
So
TikTok. Like they should have gone through with it.
I did that's where I get my money from. Until
Oh yeah,
YouTube
I
like
know.
helps me out.
Yeah.
But yeah, like the liquor is my side thing. But I was walking on that bridge, like that border bridge, the Rainbow Bridge from New York to Canada. And like,
Yeah.
they have the flags of the two countries, right? And I did the thing where like I was still in Canada. And then when I walked across the
Mhm.
US line, I did like, that TV static thing, pretend like, oh, TikTok's not here anymore. That was one of my best TikToks.
Oh yeah. That's pretty
It
good
was,
actually.
you know. And
Have
then
you have you seen like if that like deal's finally going to go through where ByteDance like divests to a US company?
I thought they already did. Because the
I don't
app
know
is
what's going on with it.
because the app has
Like
definitely gotten shittier since it's been US owned. I'm not gonna lie. Like now that it's US owned, like you don't get paid nearly as much. Like
yeah, I mean, we're
I wish I start
more expensive to employ for that for sure.
I
No,
wish I
the
started during COVID.
I don't know if you I don't know if you saw this news story, but Niantic, the makers of Pokemon Go,
Hmm.
um, basically made like stitched together every video that users basically supplied to their massive cache of data and were able to
Yeah.
essentially stitch together a complete and total map of the United States at ground level. And what we're effectively doing with China being owned by them with TikTok is we're giving them the
Hmm.
same unprecedented amount of videos to basically get every sensitive area. And you know,
Oh,
if there's ever a big ground invasion, like they know where to go. You know what I mean? Like, so I mean, it's a
the
massive national
Chinese,
security risk. Yeah.
the Chinese, they one thing they definitely know, if that's true, is they know how much I hate my customers.
Mm-hmm.
Like
They know
they know
everything.
that. That
Yeah.
they know how much I hate these stupid Karens that walk
Okay.
into my store.
So, what's my favorite Pokemon? You ask. Very generic, but I just turned 36 and we had a Charizard birthday party, so I was that guy. You know, I had my wife and kids here. I was like, you know what? Let's make it a Charizard party.
I
I'm
like
turning 36. Grew my wings. I tried to find a flamethrower, but I couldn't find one.
I like the garlic Pokemon.
The garlic one.
The one that looks like a garlic.
You mean Bulbasaur?
Yeah, yeah, him.
Like, yeah, I wouldn't say he looks like garlic, but yeah, maybe. Yeah, I could see that.
Hmm. What's cool is your plushies are cooler than mine. Check out this is the only really plushie I have, and I got this from work too.
I just have the one on my desk right now, but we have a ton of these because every time I go to GameStop, the kids get another Pokemon. It's for the kids. It's for the kids, not me. I'm a grown man. I don't need 100 plushies.
Look
What
at
is that?
this. It's a vape plushie. I
Oh,
got it from
okay.
work. It's a
Oh,
promotional.
okay.
I don't even vape. I just thought it was cool, so I just wanted it.
Yeah.
And then like my niece was using it as a pillow, so like I like
Mhm.
snatched it out from under her. I was like, no, you shouldn't be like messing with that stuff, even though it's just a plushie. It's an elf
Yeah.
bar.
Okay.
I just kept it because I thought it looked cool. Um,
That is super random. I didn't even know that they made that.
I didn't either.
Yeah.
Uh, oh, and then I got these four roses things. So this is an ice cube bowl that actually looks like a rose. So
Mhm.
like you fill it from the top here.
Yeah.
My whole house is like decked out in like liquor store accessories. Yeah.
The business, man.
Yeah. Damn, it's almost 1. How
I was
many
about to
hours?
say, it's
Let's see how many.
like
Let's see how many hours we got to now.
all right, so in 2 minutes, all of my lights are going to turn off automated because I always forget to turn them off when I go to bed. And so that's always like when I'm up late, that's my general cue that I need to go to bed. But when I
Oh,
end
like
up
at one
when I do,
at 1 a.m. Is that when they're set to
yeah,
go off?
yeah, they go off at 1 a.m. just to turn completely off because that's after the last sporting event ends and home stadium will constantly turn them back on otherwise and then set them back to their like default state. So like the one kind of sucky part about home stadium that I'm working on is if you have existing like smart light routines, home stadium is going to be in a straight up fist fight with them. So I just work around that. But yeah, it's going to turn off now, and I do need to go to bed when that
Yeah.
happens.
So
Is
what? Once it turns off, because I want to see that happen, we'll end it. But like, so
yeah,
we're currently at 5.6 watch hours from
these
this live.
these won't right there. This is my test lamp right there. So
Mhm.
real quick, this is Govee light. This is Casa. This is Philips Hue. This is Wiz, and this is Wise. And then I got another lamp, basically the same setup. So 5 different other brands because the Cave is all LifeX. So those are like the most requested brands that I didn't already own. So I went off and just bought a couple, and I have my little test lights. So I'm gonna go ahead and unplug these.
All right, 60 more seconds, guys.
Yeah. We'll see what time it is right now.
Have you sold any more shirts yet? Like the one you're wearing?
I haven't tried really hard, but I've got another Georgia Southern alumnus doing a new home stadium logo by hand, like real art, because people have really soured on AI generated. Like I remember I made this kind of with AI. Like I traced over it and did a few edits myself, so it's not like fully AI, but like people don't like that anymore. Like in 2023 when I first made it, everybody's like, "Oh, that's really cool." Now everybody's like, "That is slop. I hate it." So I'm paying a guy to redo a lot of my stuff, and he's going to start with the home stadium logo. And then we're going to make this was a Pokemon edition Gatabud logo that I did. He's going to make a Grand Theft Auto edition one where it's like, like an eagle with the Gatabud tank, not copyright infringement, if you know what I mean, but being chased by the cops with like a 5-star wanted level up top. So that'll be my next major t-shirt, but I need to sell home stadium shirts. But the second I get that done, I will send you one for sure. And if you want a decent bulb that can connect to Wi-Fi as well, I can also send you that. And now the only light that's left is the bathroom because they're not on smart lights, and then my computer right here. So I'm gonna put this thing to sleep. And
thank you for showing us the cave.
Yeah, dude, this was fun. Little impromptu. Maybe I could have gotten more viewers if I had started if we had actually planned this thing out. So
and we made announcements. Yeah.
Yeah. Like if I put stories out on my massive Instagram, that probably would have been nice. But sometimes it's just fun to just YOLO things. I was bored working on stuff, and let's see.
Yeah. Well, if you ever do want to do that, if you ever do want to do that, so we could beat Rice Cakes, just let me know. We'll find a time that's good for both of us.
Yeah. I'll talk to Rice anytime or any of you guys.
Yeah. Right now you're on Team Sheik. Until I win, then you can support him once I get there first.
Yeah. Like I said, I want him to get it too. I just want it to be a day after you.
Exactly.
I want all y'all to get paid.
Me too. And once you get 50,000 YouTube subscribers, you can become a Kick partner, fast tracked.
Oh, really? Yeah, I remember you telling me about that. I'm just never really going to be a streamer. This is just a random thing that I did tonight. This is not normal for me. I've got too much stuff going on. If I stick to some rigid schedule with a wife and 3 kids, I'm not being a husband. I'm not being a father. And that's how you get served
Yeah.
divorce papers and become a co-parent. And that does not sound
Yeah.
fun to me at all. I've got, I've got my whole life after they're off at Georgia Southern or whatever to do that all I want. But for right now, I'm pretty focused on the things I'm focused on. So that's why I do my how-to videos. I'm down here at like 4 in.the morning cranking out videos for YouTube while everyone else is sleeping because that's what works for me. So, I'm gonna keep doing that. But I like occasionally going live. It's fun. Just every once in a while.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we'll plan something and we'll do something, and it might not be as long as what we did today. It might just be like a 1 hour
Yeah.
thing.
No, it's fine.
But
I'm
hey,
down with whatever.
if we can get more people to come in and that helps both of us, then why not?
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, you'll hit that.
What'd you
You'll
say?
hit that sub button on Gadabud if you think I'm smart or interesting or whatever.
Yeah, his tag is in the title.
Yeah. And I'm at Gadabud on Instagram. I do a lot of Instagram stuff right now. So at Gadabud, turn this light back on so you can just see my shirt. These are the platforms I'm on. It's literally on my t-shirt.
I have that shirt.
I'm not really on X. I meant to be, but it's just not working. I just don't care that much. But I've got my Discord server and my IG and my YouTube, and then www.homestadium.io.
Y'all can find me on TikTok in the trenches.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, good one. Thanks, DJ. I'll hit that sub button for you too. It's nice meeting y'all.
All right. Have a good one, bud. I'll talk to you later.
Later.